All right. Good evening, everybody from Florida. Morning, probably not for anybody. India coming up on morning. And then, of course, good evening to those of you in the other part of the world, Europe and elsewhere. I'm Clovis Grunty, and we're going to do some City Skylines 2 here. We've been having some issues. Well, let's first of all, I don't want to talk about the issues. We're going to talk about why we're here. And I am celebrating a 3-day weekend. So yesterday, Saturday, today, Sunday, and tomorrow, taking the day off of work. And we streamed twice yesterday. We're streaming tonight, and then we'll stream tomorrow during the day. All of this is in celebration of my new affiliation. And yeah, that happened this week. We had an amazing Wednesday. Vicky, hello, welcome in. Using the new emotes. Yeah, love it. Thank you. I really enjoyed George's stream today, and we were just DMing. And I appreciate him thanking me, but I was like, I hope I wasn't out of line, because I'm like, show me this, do this. Hey, I think I'm helping, but in my head, I feel like I don't want to be a dick about it. So, so George was like, no, it was all in good humor in both ends. So I really enjoyed it. That's the kind of streams I like a lot of streams, but that's the kind, if I can interact, I can distract or help, but distract. I'm usually I'm gonna tell you, do I even pay attention a lot of times in stream? No, because I'm trying to have fun, or I am having fun, or I'll look up and go, oh, what's going on there? You guys, everything. I think everybody's starting to feel my stream surfing vibe. I don't like just having them up in tabs. I like to surf them, and then I'll sit on George's for a little while. Was trying to build that bastard railroad for 20 minutes. Oh, and I missed that. Well, I might have been okay missing that. I don't want to see a struggle, and I'm not good with, I'm not really all that great with rail. That's why I was like, bus route, buddy. I can show you how to plop a bus depot, get your bus station, and string your bus lines out. I can help you with that, but you want to do trains, you're on your own. So I'm glad I wasn't there for that train wreck. But I enjoy being Rick. Rick's in. Thank you for coming in and being my comfort, my support, whatever, Rick. So yeah, I definitely like the help, but most of the time, I'll go, so you were okay, right? And then I go over to Booty Addicts, and that's, I'm watching him and we're having fun. And then I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on George. I wrote it in chat. And then I went over there and I was like, how we doing? And I don't know what was going on. That was the one where I'm like, yeah, George's face again, because it's your facial expressions when you're just like in it and you're angry and you're like, ah. So what did that do? That's autosave, right? That's good. Oh, you can't even see what happened. But anyways, haha, like checking up on a well, I'm gonna be honest, George, I wish everybody was like that with me, which I do have a bunch of them. Rick is one of those guys that has to check up on the unaccompanied child. Thank you, Rick. I need a lot of hand-holding in this community to do what I do, to even be the guy. The only thing I bring to the party, I think, is the voice and maybe some character, a good time. So much chaos in that stream. Yeah, we're doing our best to make sure Booty doesn't get anything done. And if he does, he better be putting down bollards. And he did. He put some beauties down today. Thank you. I need a Rick. I do. I need a slick Rick in my life, so thank you. I need a Shari in my life, and then I need a slick Rick in my life. Meanwhile, George was like, I know, isn't that's, I'm glad Vicky was right with me. She's like, here's a work of art and beauty. Look at Booty Addicts, everything. And then I go into George's channel, I shit you not, and there's his industrial area. It is on fire, and he needs workers like nobody's business. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hang out here for a minute. That's... So the next time I went back to Booty's and I hung out there for a while, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go check on George. So it was the second time. Yep. Honestly, I'm having fun being Clovis, and I hope you guys are all right with it too. I don't want to be too much, but I'm having fun, and I want to bring community together, like some sort of art-hearted DJ or something, right? That's I think that's the direction I'm going. I'm gonna do the building and the detailing a lot too, but I feel like I got, I'm getting drawn into the fun and the party time, so. But we can do that building too. So anyways, as we all know, it's not news that I got affiliate this week because of a very chaotic Wednesday, and now we're in the middle of a 3-day weekend stream, and thank you all very much for being here for that. Today, Magnolia County is the merch of choice. Nope, doesn't go down very well, but you get the idea, and that's exactly why I like the ones with the patches over here. So, but I've been streaming so much, I got to clean all the merch. So tomorrow I want to wear Canadian Moose because he was my first subscriber. So I'll wear him tomorrow for the big one, however long it is. But I need to wash the tears out of it. So, other than that, a couple cool updates, and Rick has been on me about it today. I woke up this morning going, okay, I'm not going to stream. Let's see how many other things we can fix and do. So, maybe a day in my life real quick. So wake up and have my coffee, which is Mean Bean, Monster Java Mean Bean. Honestly, that's my coffee. I'll probably drink it on stream tomorrow morning. But anyways, I need to wake up and stuff, and I'm chatting, and I'm, if I had videos to watch, I would. But right now, it's literally like stream surfing and doing that. Good morning, people, and just having a good time. And then I finally sit down at the rig, and I warmed that up, and we had a solution that could have worked for me, and it was on the big. So we got two things going on in Clovis world. One, Harbor Master Jay helped me, or didn't even help me. He slimmed down my big 270 mod and gave me 51 and said, here, start your new city with this. That should be enough for you, young man. And so that's what we got going on over on the Cape Kelvin map, which is Cape Clover. Hold on, let me read. Not sure if you were there when I said it, but I was like feeling like my audience is just loads of CS veterans just trying to. I did, yeah, I was there for that. I heard it, and at that point, I definitely want to, help you. I didn't realize, George, how new you were to it. I didn't know. I had no idea. I saw you in Bearded Brew, I went to your chat, and honestly, maybe that's how much I do and don't pay attention a lot. So I have severe ADHD, and I'm stream surfing. So I just realized Booty Addict had a Chirpy's Churros in his build, dude, and I'm in his stream all the time. That's me. So, and it's not that I'm paying attention, I'm there for you guys, so anyways, but so the fact that I'm stopped, I was like, yeah, George needs help. I really shouldn't surf away. So I hope that's all this is all from my heart. I just don't have a filter. So I love you all. But anyways, the two things I've got going on is the new city, Cape Clover, with the new mod list. But we still have the show beauty over here, Clover County. And it's still got, I'd like to think it's still got some build in it, or at least some detailing in it. But it's definitely the one until, I'd like to show a little bit, to new people. And so I'd like it to work. So what we did, Rick helped me, guided me on this one. Basically, I went back to the 270 mod list, took out Asset Icon Library, AIL, disabled that, and then came in here and stress test the F out of it this morning. I couldn't crash it. I could not crash it, and we have all seen my hundreds of crashes just this week alone. I couldn't crash it. And I mean, I was zooming around. Now watch. But here, so before I do it, so the idea is it was running super smooth. I couldn't crash it. I was down deep. I was detailing. I'll show you what I did today just to test it. I was using mods sloppy. I was not closing. I would use Move It and not close out of Move It and just select another mod like Find It. It would not crash it. I zoomed around. I ran it at 3 speed. Hold on, sorry. Chats. That was huge. Okay, let me see. I'd never seen City Skylines. Started playing it last week. I've been enjoying watching all the streams. Yeah, it's a mellow game. It's really cool. It's the once you learn how to play the game, obviously, and I've at least had the game since the beginning. And so, what is this? Booty. I was just there. Hey, Michael. Welcome to the party. My booty addict channel sidekick, Michael the Giant. Thank you. He's a huge supporter of the channel. He's my Rick over there, but now I have my own thing, and Rick's my Rick. Q Boyd, thank you, Q, for coming in. Booty, thank you. Chaos is here. This is his second time in. Surik, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Did not expect that. That's awesome. Right on. Rick using the cool emotes. I need better music. I don't know. Is that your music coming into my stream, or is that what I have set up when you raid me? So educate me. I do not know that bit. So, and we still, hey, Katie. So obviously like patty cake. So I'm going to say catty cake. Catty Pig. Yes, everybody, welcome in. If you can, welcome in my raiders. I appreciate it. We appreciate you, Booty, and everybody that came in. I am going to show this city, and I'll stick around. There's a little story going on in the beginning, so I'm glad I didn't get too deep into it. Anyways, my affiliate weekend, 3-day, we'll go the quick route. 3 days off. Saturday, Sunday. Brune's here too, right on. Thank you, Bearded Brune, and his neck of the woods over there on the night shift. Chaos, I think, on the night shift somewhere. Thank you, guys. So 3-day weekend. I took tomorrow off. The wife suggested it. I'm going to stream tomorrow. I streamed twice yesterday. I actually put in 9 hours yesterday. I was exhausted. Weird. And then I took today off to do city's work and then stream tonight. So I was kind of going through my day. What we're doing here is I took my big mod list and I took out AIL, and it was running fantastic. Stressed it out, couldn't crash it. So before anything else happened, we take that data. This is working awesome. Let's run it on a stream with OBS and everything else going, and let's see if we can stress it. So that was the idea coming into the stream. Now since then, they've done 2 updates tonight, and one was updating AIL, correct? Rick, so I'm not in. I know Q's here. He knows what's going on. I'm sure he's one of the dudes. I'm sorry. I know Q, but I don't know what do you do, bro. All right. But anyway, so yes, so they updated AIL, so I enabled it, and they updated Find It, and I enabled it. So this is us stress testing all that. I seem to be the one with the big map, and I stream. So let's see. That's the idea here. So this is my big mod list, updated. I did take some stuff out that I don't need anymore. So I did slim it down a few. I couldn't even tell you what I did. So, all right. Without any further ado, let's get on the right screen. Yeah, you might want to look away for some of the stressing. Hold on. There we go. Better not slimmed out my, no, hell no. What I did slim out is music though. I don't listen to the radio anymore. I have custom music, so yeah. Oh my God. So that's probably one of the first times I've never mentioned it, but Michael found Michael found the secret to the harbor. Oh my god. That was loud. Sorry, turn your mic. Turn your dude, I'm tired. Give me a minute. Oh my god. There's fashion coming for the horse. Sorry, the horse. It's a peninsula. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much. It's a peninsula. Peninsula. My wife says it's fun too, this. So it's not just George that keeps... And God, okay, Vicky, if I could tell you how many times I'm doing something and it turns into a penis. So unintentionally. Oh my God. Clovis breaks down live on stream. Psychoanalyzed. I think there's one. This one is so unintentional. God, love it. Oh my God. That's a boot. That's a boot. Tell me that's a boot, chat. That's a boot, right? And not like a Canadian, what's that a boot? That's a boot. Multiple times a day, that's it, dude. Oh my God. Okay. Stop. I have to calm down. So I'm not drinking out of the Picana, but he's still on display. He doesn't keep my drink cold. All right. Big Richard County. That's my okay. I have to see your Bunda County, dude. Okay. I'm going back up the chat for a second because I might have missed anything. Better not slimmed out mine. Hell no. Also only crashed once. It was when you raided. When I raided. When did I raid you? Last night. Okay. Really? I crashed your raid? My raid crashed you this. And then here's Michael. Yo. Okay. I'm just reading chats, guys. So yes, the piece. So Vicky started the penises. Wait, no. Okay, Michael did earlier. All right, I got it. I had to get it in order, guys. I gotta get it. Gotta respect the shape. Yep, I have issues. There's no doubt about it. I just built what you just built. What you dream of. Yes, issues. I have penis issues. Okay. Oh my God, I think I caught up right after the stream. We're introducing your OBS to... Thank you, yes, I need help. I have them, but I don't know how to set them up. We can eat... No, I don't know if I could... Thank you, George. Yeah. How about... Should I do the... Never mind, I won't touch it. It's just the laughing. Is it okay if I'm not laughing like a crazy dude? Okay. So, we're still not crashed. Oops. I gotta get over to the correct screen. I am on YouTube as well, so you gotta remind me to look over at YouTube once in a while, and I don't have either of the chats on screen like Fashion does, which is probably a good thing. It's actually good, but I'm usually in both chats anyway, so whatever. We can chat. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that, George. I do need help. And whenever you see anybody that if you think you know better than me, that should be all of you. All of you should think you know more than me. You're more than welcome to stop me where I am and go, hey, let's talk about that. DM me, whatever. You're cool. Because with a voice like this, I want it sexy, silky smooth. It's not, that's the wrong one. I mixed Borat and, someone rated in there. What mic do I use? I did get a, Blue Yeti. So, and that is knowing it was basic and that I could work with it. I could start with it. So, know that. Right now, I'm not looking to spend any. I did my spend. Okay, yep, good start. But if we can tweak what I have, that would be great. And then when Clovis is a big boy and he's ready for, to really smooth out this sexy voice, you're my man, right? So thank you. And then I love it. I got Chaos and Bruins talking back and forth. That's what chats are supposed to be. But I gotta know which ones I have to pay attention to, or I'll pay attention to them all. Fashion, you're not the only one with squirrels. Okay, I am going back to the center screen, and I am going to stress this. We're gonna actually put it on a 1. Now, before the changes, putting AI updated AIL and updating Find It. Again, I had it AIL disabled, and this thing ran like a champ. The only time was when it would autosave, and my heart would almost burst out of my chest. And I was telling Rick that directly, dude. Like, autosave is gonna be the death of me. All right. So who's leaving? Who's leaving? Booty? Who's leaving? Okay, Booty's leaving. Is Booty leaving? Is everybody saying bye? But I don't know who's leaving. Because I know Chaos and Brune are actually working, but it's late for everybody over there. So anyways, stop looking at... Vicky, stop looking at the freaking peninsula. I swear to God. Sorry, George. I'm gonna have to turn away from it. Booty is leaving. Good night, Booty. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for the raid, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to the next time I can raid you back. I love it. Well then, George, allow me to do you a favor, buddy. Man, don't look, but I think George and Vicky are gonna have sex tonight. I'm sorry. That one I nearly burst out. Sorry. That's where I'm like, Clovis is too much. When I almost fall out of my chair. I almost fall out of my chair, dude. You know, I probably pushed a boundary that I saw coming. Okay, Vicky's laughing. I'll be too busy thinking about the flow of railroads. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had a heart attack at 35. I've been doing pretty good, but dude, I am stress testing myself tonight. I gotta step away from the build. God, this is exactly what I want when I stream. Thank you, guys. I love it. Holy shit. This is the best. Oh man. And then I got the Discord, so it's like I collected all the monkeys from all the circuses I visited, and I said, come to my tent. Oh, okay. I can't do this anymore. I gotta stop. Oh, I still wonder how to get people jobs. You should be watching me, dude. Oh my god. Yes, he did. He's like, I have rails. Okay. You sort your rails out, dude. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna get over here on the bed for a minute and do this from there. Oh, I have to look away from the chat. Fuck, there's the chat there. Stop, everybody. Everybody be quiet for a minute. I'm gonna quite literally piss myself. Rails, but do they work? Yes, exactly. And I wasn't sticking around to help George with his rails, sorry. I tried with the buses. You were on a mission. Oh my God, right? It's sorry. I know it's my podcast, but it's you guys. But like, isn't it the best podcast you do not want to walk away from? Thank you, Brune. Oh, and it's not the thing is I wish I wasn't the only one in camera, right? Like, this would be great, like 3 ways or 4 ways, something. Oh. Yeah. Well, I did it because I saw all the blue, which was need workers, and then I saw all the fires. He did not have one problem. He had 2. Yeah, I have to check on George. Someone has to. Oh, wow. I'm still calming down. Let's mellow the vibe. Let me listen to the music, because it's like the one stream that has the mellowest music. I'm glad we're not in booties. Well, I can't say anything that doesn't make me laugh. All right. Okay. So here we are. Looking away from. All right. So at the moment, like, the best thing I can do without getting down and detailing and using mods is just to spin around and, and try to see if we can, because a lot of times, it is when I'm just showing you guys things. When I'm like, hey, you like my apple orchard? In the fine detail and the way it's not on fire, and perhaps it has all the workers it needs. But beyond it being playable, it's pretty too, but not as pretty as others, but it's pretty. So this is usually what I'm trying to do, right? Show you guys some pretty stuff and then crash. I like the road marks. I don't ever but in the sand, they look really nice. So, we are running at 3 speed too. Is everybody paying attention? Rick, you guide me too, buddy. If you got a suggestion, I mean, we're gonna have to use Move It and all that stuff and get sloppy with the mods. We'll get there, but so the best, dude. Damn. Anyway, I don't know if the head's in the way, but if we found another one, but when I continue to build on this, I'd like to go this way. So yeah, well, they are everywhere. You're gonna win. You're gonna win, Vicky. But then, so this area, we've got the. If you're dizzy, that's good, because I'm trying to make the game dizzy. Where's Willie? Very good. We need. That would be awesome. So here we have a similar diorama, a little cleaner than Booty Attic, but this is our farmer's market with stalls, and I love this surface. I couldn't do without this surface. As a detailer, Jay, you can't take away this surface, buddy. And I think it's a local file, so you can't take away the surface. Maybe you can. I should shut up. Thank you, Michael. So it just a farmer's market again. This whole vibe is, to me, is let's see here, weekend vibes. Come out to the farmer's market, go out to the apple orchards, when you're down here, hit the nightlife, and then it's quiet during the week. And the people who live here, which the population is not heavy, but we have marinas. We'll be tidying up. This one I like. I'm proud of this one. Oh, the water, the patch definitely did the water, but you can see in it. But anyways, so the boats we have are from Harbor Master J, and then there are a couple other creators that have some boats out there. But these are the ones, I like these. They're easy, they're simple, they're clean, they're good on the eye. So, but they are big. And so anyways, I wanted a boat ramp. I wanted this kind of dirty parking lot. And when you get there, George, so my stick is, filling the boxes. Can you find the boxes? I make a box, and then I fill the box and make more boxes, and that's how I detail, and that's how you can get to that. Yeah, you play. Everybody wants to know, how do these guys sit there and look at it in detail? And holy moly, I have to take it step by step. I have no plans. Thank you, Chaos. I have no plans. Except for if this is empty, I'll sit here and look at it for a while. On stream, off stream, whatever. But I usually don't come to stream with any plans. Dava, thank you for coming in. One of my founders. Thank you, Dava. Good, it's evening here in Florida. I'm sure it's good. I don't know what you say when it's too, it's too late. Like, because here you don't say good night. Good evening is like, hey, have a good evening, and that kind of covers you to the morning. Is there something for the nighttime where you say good night, but it doesn't sound like you're saying goodbye? Is anybody following me there? We have several cultures, several different countries represented here. So anyways, so when I detail, I don't want to think about it. I want to give it some thought, but I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, you got to play the game too. What's next? Do I need commercial? Do I need housing? At this stage of the game with me, we don't need anything. We're just, it's a show beauty. It's what I do here is going to be for screenshots and for my social media and things like that, which I'm trying to build up. Thank you all very much. If you support me elsewhere, I do have an Instagram I'm trying to keep up with. I have a Blue Sky that I've done nothing to. I actually did a Patreon. My wife kind of pushed that. So, and of course I'm here on YouTube, which is quiet, but we do get some traffic in YouTube. So I would love any support over there as well. If you have a YouTube account. It's easy to get 50 in Twitch, but I'm sure it's hard as hell to get 1,000 in YouTube to get that monetization, which I'm not even going after. It's just, and I will eventually be doing things on YouTube. I want to do videos. I've got the Pentwater project that I'm going to go ahead and talk about right now for a minute. So, part of this whole thing, this Clovis Studios, I want to do many things. I get to start with this, and this is fun, and this takes advantage of my DJ thing or whatever, and I've never been a DJ, but the personality thing. And I want to go somewhere with the community. And some of you may know, some of you may not know, but there's definitely a project that I want to develop that is some sort of podcast, some sort of City Skylines podcast. Sure, anybody can do it, and it's not a competition, but I'd love to do it. I would love to get creators on, see how we can collaborate. Can I do videos that way? I need help with everything, George. I've never opened Resolve. You know what I did today? I pressed record on OBS while I did some things. And I'm like, okay, my next step is to see where that... Yeah, I have the updates on Dava. We're stress testing. That's what we're here to do tonight. Not talk, but I do both. I do them poorly. All right, looks like water needs to be fixed in here. We'll do that eventually. This was definitely... This area, yeah. And then I want to... So, how about this? We do this, right? Can we take a second? Everybody's in. Everybody wants to listen to it. I'm Clovis Grunty. I've got a personality, and I kind of want to do a podcast. The Twitch, you can collaborate, and I've looked into that. And so we could do this, and I could have someone else on. Chaos Fun, Bearded Broom, any of you, George, any of you, right? You want to do something with me? We do it. Let's talk about it, and we can collaborate. You want to use a camera? You don't want to use a camera? You just want to do it, you know what? And use it as a platform to when Chaos Fun, Bearded Broom, when someone puts out new content. It is City Skylines oriented, so that doesn't catch everybody's niche, but those who, George, please and kind of introduce other things you do. I would find, as long as you have a connection to see, so big names, small names. You guys know I'm hitting everybody's. There's a bigger plan, and it's not me, or money. I'm loving the community. So I'm unfiltered right now. So there's no plan. I don't have a script. I just talk out of my heart, and that's what I'd like to do for the community. But yeah, so find it updated, AIL updated. I have both updates on my big rig, my big build, and the whole idea of this podcast now I'm calling, but this episode here is to stress it, see what we can do, see if it, and zooming around isn't doing it. Dude, I've got it on high speed. I'm losing population because I used to be proud it was 190. We'll get up there again, but it's only 171. And I'm just showing this to Dava because he hasn't seen it yet, maybe, but on to the next one. So, but any of you who want to collaborate with me, talk to me, DM me. I just did a Discord. I just did your friends, all my friends, whoever else, now the cat's out of the bag, and I'm cool with that because I've been asked, and I've been trying to not talk too much about it because whatever, ideas, but it's my idea. You're all here, it doesn't matter. Anybody can do it, but I'm gonna do it my way, and if you want to be on board with that, that's cool. I really want to do that. And as you already see, I already support the community in different ways if I can. I can't spend much more money in Twitch, but I will do my best. I needed to get somewhere to then come back around and support you all back. So I hope you understand that cycle. I'm going to admit in this channel, I didn't do it on purpose, but it kind of came off like, oh, he just spends money for that, and I don't want that. I don't want to be that guy here, but I have a greater purpose. So, please remember that, and then let's turn it all back around. Let's do this. Let's DM me. Tell me your idea. Let's do it. It doesn't have to, let's talk about it. So, we have that out of there. Anyways, back to the stress test, eh? So, and in that is to support you guys, but it's to keep the game alive too, and to bring new people into it. And me as a detailer, I want to show vanilla players that this isn't so bad. This isn't, dude, we can do this. The community's here. Why don't you can come out of vanilla, because I can't go back to vanilla. If you're not happy with the game the way it is, well, there's a bunch of us like that, but we're keeping a positive attitude. We are trying to figure out the fixes for everybody. We as in smarter people than me, and then teach you on stream. We could do that. Yep, we could do that, George. You bring your people, I bring my people, and you build, and I sit there and drink my drink and go, okay, George, you probably need a fire station for those fires, but then I'm gonna go back to my coffee. Whatever your thought is, buddy. Do you want to do something with me? Whoever, because I want to do anything with you guys. And each one of you has a better idea. You have an own idea about what you want to bring to that. So let's do that. It's about us, and that's what my Discord's about. By the way, it's just about community. Come in, and if you want an invite, I'll invite you. I just went with all the people that I've been, that I kind of have a direct Discord thing with, and then I went and searched for a couple more people. I had to search for Cuboid because I don't deal with him much in Discord, but I know he subscribed to me, so he's thank you. So I wanted him in my Discord. So let me know. I don't know how to invite. Just let me know. I want that. So you understand Clovis. C for community, C for Clovis. I want that. I want that. Because this is my hobby. My wife is like, yeah, I'm glad you have a nerdy hobby. I'm like, thanks. I'm not at the bars. Wow. Oh, gift and subs. Thank you, George. Looks like Chaos got a sub. Yeah. Thank you. So, and that's the thing. I like gifting subs. Now, I can do that. I have to stop subscribing to people. I've had this conversation. So, thank you. So, I just have to. I can't. So, but I will when I'm back to where I can be spending money in Twitch. I am going to throw down. I love being, and I also, if you didn't notice, I kind of like a little bit of an attention whore. So, just a little, but in a good way. I hope, in a cute way, in a fun way. Whoops, that wasn't meant to be for Vicky, but I did. Oh, missed. Oh, so I'm glad everybody's here, and I thank you for supporting me. And my support, I was explaining earlier, when I'm in your guys' channel, you know, when I'm not spending money, look, the best I can do without spending money is get you views, so you can get to your affiliate, or you can get your 75 for a partner, which blows my mind, right? That's a huge number. I want to draw people to your channel. I want to raid you. I want, you know, that kind of stuff. All of it. So zooming around doesn't seem to be friggin' doing it. Right? Like up, down, turn the corners. So the idea is, what's it do with OBS running too? And I'm going to tell you, I don't think OBS is doing anything. I honestly think AIL was the culprit, and he fixed it. WTD, sorry, Rick's been my guy. Rick, who's the guy? TDW, thank you. So, and you know what? And that's the thing about this community too, is so Harbor Master Jay has been on the back end helping me. Who am I? Who am I to Jay? He definitely like just ran with it and said, you know, and he wanted to be on this stream to see how everything was working, or on tomorrow's stream or whatever. But like, he took an interest in me, and I appreciate that. Moose took a big interest in me, you know, things like that. You know, and others, of course. But the idea is the community. The creators are on it. The modders are on it. And I guess I would assume the more data we give them, the better they can fix, and the quicker they can fix it. Cuboid using points. Is that what you did? So, and Q, to me, you're a big name. You know, there's a bunch of medium names and little names, but to me, you're a big name, buddy. So thank you for anything you even point in my direction. I mean, a subscription, a founder's badge, and that's the thing. So help me, help you, help them, help us, and let's do some collaborations. Let's work on something. Let's find a day, you know, because I'm open, and you know, my weekends, I don't have to do the weekend job, but I want to do it because if she needs me, you know, if I'm doing exciting stuff, the wife, you know, we can negotiate certain nights, but right now my schedule, because, you know, just Wednesday night, just one night on the weekdays, and then Saturday and Sunday, and, you know, I don't usually take Mondays off, but honestly, federal holidays that land on Mondays, I get those off. So anyways, you can tell I'm excited about that one. So the best we can do right now is probably get down in detail. So I am real quick. We're just gonna show a little bit of what I did today while I was stress testing with AIL disabled. Is where, oh, it was over here with the water park. So as we can see, I'll just leave it on 3. Doesn't matter. Okay, I love it long. Yeah, and we have a couple. Hey, and so, and we, not to talk about myself, but I do a lot, but I like talking about you guys too. I work at Kennedy Space Center on a federal contract, so I'm union, and we have all of the 11 American and U.S. national holidays, and it's awesome. And I can bank 5 of those, which means if I want to work on 4th of July and not take it off, I can bank it, and I can use those 8 hours down the road, and I can add 5 of those up for another week of vacation, which is awesome. Okay, so what happened here? I don't remember this. But speaking, did Jay do that? Did he couldn't get in here, but because I just gave him my thing for my Skype. So, but that's cool. Who did that? I didn't do that. But the water park area here. So as you can see, this area of the port, there is a lot of detail in some areas, and then there's some areas that are just green, whatever here. So also I need to get you into my. Oh, okay. I will look at that date. Let me write it down in my stream notes because I'm not sure what date that comes on, but May the 4th with George right here. May 4th with George. And I also have fairly liberal PTO. All right. Michael, thank you for jumping in, buddy. I know it's Netherlands, right? I know it's late there, so thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm glad I had fun in Booty's chat, and always love you in chat over here, man. Even better, so thank you. Have a good night. So if anybody leaves specifically, will you just let me know? Like there, it was a mention. If you can do that, do it. Just so I know it's you leaving, because everybody's saying bye, and I'm like, which ones am I losing? And then, of course, I got to interpret frickin' chat 15 different ways. May the 4th is a Sunday. Perfect. May the 4th with George. Sunday. So I can clear that with the wife. And we need, so my wife Oshari is going to start her own stuff, and I need not Vicky to be cool with Oshari sooner or later. Ladies, because my wife is super cool about this stuff, and I need her to remain that way. So I've got it. May the 4th with George. DM me. You come up with your ideas, buddy, because I'm dumb. I'm the ox. Yeah, she wants to stream. So she's Bolivian. So Boliviana, mi esposa es Boliviana, and she's very Catholic, and she likes her Catholic stuff. So she wants to do some content on YouTube with the Catholic stuff. She wants to do cooking things, and the cooking thing she can really get into the live stream type thing. And I watched Kodiak the Kodiak do a live stream where he made the Red Bull muffins the other morning. So I'm paving that way for her for the live streaming, and then we gotta, she wants to do videos and things like that, whatever her. So we, and wherever we can cross, we're gonna cross. And actually, she was like, "I'm gonna really have to get into your game." Because this intrigues her, but her attention right now, she has a traumatic brain injury, and she's functional, but she's just not focused. So she's working with that, but she definitely would love this game. And so we're cooking things up. Like, cooking streams are great. Yeah, actually, Dava, I enjoy. I don't know if you saw Kodiak the Kodiaks the other morning, but I surf for CS1. That's usually where I start my search. But then you find out people like Moose. I loved Moose, Canadian Moose's in real life stuff, and that encourages me to do the rocket launch stuff. And I was watching Kodiak's, and I'm like, the cooking stuff is really cool. So our house has been under construction. The kitchen is tore up. We get an island. She's got all this going on, and it's all gonna have that designed for some sort of cooking show, which I'll be a part of. So if you're familiar on YouTube, what's her name? Mandy in the Making. She's awesome. We love Mandy. And we go in that direction. Of course, I'd love to do supporting everybody like that. Okay, so what's this? Davin, everyone, I'm gonna hit the bat. Okay, good night, Booty. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for sticking around. I know that's a weird transition, because like I go to raid someone, but I raided them on OBS, and then I'm like over here, but then all the action is somewhere on a Twitch screen that I don't have pulled up, and I'm like, I'm missing the fun. I gotta shut this down. What am I doing? So and then of course you want to eat, drink, whatever. So thank you, Booty, for the raid. Thanks for sticking around. I know how all that is on this end, and of course George and Vicky, you guys just finished up a stream too, so and Chaos is leaving too, so thank you for hanging out, Chaos. I appreciate you, buddy. I know you're at work. Have a good night at work. How about get some videos done instead of work? Even better. So thank you, Chaos is, and if anybody, no one knows Chaos Fun, check him out in my Discord. On his Discord, he's my Chirpy's Churros guy. I just put a Chirpy's Churros, like a build off on my Discord because Fashion 40, Booty Addict, me, Chaos Fun, we all have Chirpy's Churros in our builds, and Chaos released those. I gotta figure that out. How much of that is? So his stickers were here, and you know what, Rick? So this game loaded way too quick, and I knew something was up. I was DMing Rick, and I'm like, dude, I just loaded it. I kind of turned away to probably Booty Addict's freaking stream for a few minutes because it's loading and I'm doing other things. I literally turned around and the thing was like, we were zooming through decals and then done. Thank you. So there you go. Go to, the link is, the link is, I'll put, we'll figure it out. You can join my Discord, of course. So I think the link is blocked until we figure that out. We've already tried that tonight, I think, in a different stream, but let's figure out how we get, and I need to know how I can do that. So if I'm in chat, if I'm in stream, I need to be able to shout him out. So I need that technical advice from the Twitch end. I have no Streamlabs, no nothing. Help me out. I want to do I don't need all the bells and whistles for money in my stream, but I want the shout outs. I want those things functional. I want you guys to have fun. So the channel points things. I don't have Mix It Up, so I'm writing it down, Dava. I don't know what that is. I got as far as the emotes. Okay, Chaos. Good night, buddy. Damn, he does need to do some work. That sucks. So anything, DM me, let me know, Dav. I want to get you I want to get you friended in Discord and all that, please, if you don't mind. However that works. So again, I guess I'm trying to gravitate to the center of my own community. If you want to gravitate in, I would love that. And I want to gravitate out to yours, and and do my best to support you as well. So mix it, don't mix it up. So don't. So throw out all the suggestions. I definitely only have emotes and a couple things, badges and stuff. So I want the other good stuff. And I highly encourage you to download Chaos Fun's Chirpy's Churros in your Discords. Or I'm sorry, Chirpy's Churros for PDX, and make your own. If you do that kind of thing, if you're a detailer, if you want to try detailing, let's make a Chirpy's Churros together and post it in my Discord, post it in his Discord. I love the brand, and he's got the videos. He's got 2 or 3 videos on YouTube that has where he's built his Chirpy's Churros, and he has a jingle. He has a jingle. Oh my God. Like, that's what caught me. Like, that grabbed me by the, come here, dude. He has a jingle. It's, all right. He's out. Let's see here. Who else is here? I know. I should be showing stuff, but I'm more interested in what's going on. Well, welcome in anybody who's stumbling on. Welcome in. This is Clover County. This is my... So, Rick, what else is not here? You don't know. The water, and that's really weird. So the water is definitely a problem, but that didn't have anything to do. So we're missing those. So when I saved in, it was super fast, and I knew there was a problem. And it's running super smooth. What I did, I went into Skive. I made sure I was on my playlist. I made sure that Asset Icon library was enabled. Find It was. I checked to see if they had been updated, which they had been like an hour and a half before. And then I loaded the game up through Skive. And then it zipped through the load. What else are we missing? That's my question. What else are we missing? We're missing those. Oh, who knows? We shouldn't be missing our asset. What? Okay, so these are missing, and that's AIL right there, right? All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? we're getting out before we break anything. And I haven't done anything, so I'm not even trying to save it. I'm sure it was autosave. So let's just exit the desktop. Do over. If you're with me, you're with me. Thanks. And if you're thinking, oh, I'm going back to it. I'm gonna show some stuff. And the loads haven't been that bad. So let's do the face because you love my face. Okay, let me look at Discord messages real quick for a second, guys. Just see if there's anything. There's no messages. It's just pings from stuff I put in. So okay, I didn't want to miss anything. Someone trying to shout at me. And actually, in my Discord, I have I put one in there. It's like, you know, a category is like Clovis's streams, and I need one of those where if something's going wrong and I'm not paying attention, or if the stream goes dead or something, like I need someone to to like get a hold of me. I haven't crashed yet. I didn't crash. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't crash. I loaded out before I crashed bad, before I broke something is what I did. That's what I'm telling myself. So let's bring Sky back up. Actually, I don't know how to refresh Sky, so I just kind of X out and then reload the app. Rick, anybody, you have instructions. You know how I am. I'm telling you what I'm doing so you can give me the next instruction if I need it. Tell me. So, and you can't see it, and I'm gonna have to get that so we can see Sky in my streams too. So I need some more screens like that. I want Google Earth, and I've got the concepts with those in OBS, so I don't know how much I need help with those things, but if you have suggestions, always throw them out. I'm an open. Okay, so damn it, I really wish this is so mods. Yeah, we don't need any of that. So I'm assuming when I load into PDF into Sky new, it is now sucked in and done its thing, correct? And I believe it did. You know what I'm talking about. It's refreshing, getting my information from the internet wherever it gets in. So correct me if I'm wrong. That's my interpretation of what just happened. And then it settles down. And we're good. I want to make sure I have the correct mod set, so I'm going to my play sets. Active play set is this one, Clover County. I have taken off a bunch of maps that I don't need and I don't use. So so I went from 270 to I went from 276. I have 214 enabled, so I slimmed it down. This particular list, none of the radio stuff. I still have all the themes because I want to get, figure out which ones I want to use and then get rid of the rest. Maps have come off. Let's hear. I don't know. It should have been good. I must have done something wrong to have it load so quickly. So I'm gonna type in asset. Just tell me what I need to do if you have suggestions while I'm in Skype, you gotta tell me. Asset. So we knew that asset icon library. Okay, guess what? It's not enabled. Okay. Now it is. Find it, just in case. There, that's enabled. And it was updated 2-3 hours ago. So, don't know why, but I did that to the AIL in there. Now that doesn't explain why Chirpy's stickers weren't in there. So let me look at, because that's the one every time. I know I did not disable that one. I'm not going to. So I better type it in. Now there is a warning to it. Oh, the warning is gone now. It updated it today. I don't get a warning with the Chirpy's decal pack anymore. Okay, compatibility is everything. It was last reviewed on. Okay, so Chirpy's is enabled. Everything else is. So I go to dashboard, Rick, correct? Rick's my IT guy. Rick, you fall asleep, old man? excuse my dip change. I do have a nicotine thing. And I do try to do it. It's hard when you're right on camera, right? But like in real life, I always like turn away and try to, you know, not show. Rick left. Okay, unless I'm not. All right, anybody else know? Okay, so I am going to go to the button at the top, the click launch. Do I have to stop the game from Skype? Because I just saw it seemed to say start and stop. I push that button at the top left of Skype and it brings me up the Paradox launcher. Which, does that mean Skype is ready? Because that could, I mean, I don't want to launch it before Skype's ready. All right. I pressed the plug the thing. Anyways, I got it. Play. Possibly, I'm not sure how that mod works really. Okay, thank you, Dava. I mean, if you're more than welcome to speak up, but I can't assume I can't assume your knowledge base. So, but Rick is he's the dude I've been talking to all day about this. So he stepped away. It's all good. We're fine. We're good. He's definitely the one I was talking in the DMs. I'm like, dude, it loaded way too quick, bro. Like it just, I'm gonna tell you right now, it just loaded. Here, we're gonna step aside and watch the load. See if it. Watch this together. Oh, it's not showing. Yep, there it is. Colossal order, all that jazz. So, Skype is always my. Oh man, okay. So here's the thing. I use it for the knowledge base, right? I go over there, see which ones aren't working correctly, which ones are, which ones I shouldn't use, and so forth. I do use it. I used to use it that way. Yes, loading again. Hold on, Rick. So, but. Harbor Master J has been helping me on the back end with my mod list and so forth. So I'm thinking Jay knows what he's talking about. Rick does too. And Rick, I think Rick confirms that you can start the game through Skype. And I think Fashion 40 used to say that stuff all the time in his streams, but I didn't know what he was talking about until yes, but you don't. And if you can tell me why you don't, that would be great. Like DM it or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just so I know why you don't, and because I wasn't. And whenever I'd see Fashion 40's problems in his thing, it feels like he's got a beautiful build, and he knows I think that, and I'll rate him every day. But in my mind, every time he talks about his, because he's a heavy modder like me, right? I want to know how many mods Fashion 40 has, but I feel like everything's stitched together because it falls apart. Like when it falls, his. Mine, I kind of understand, but he understands why his falls apart too. But I know he's using Skype in that way. So I've been trying to avoid it, maybe to avoid the problems I think Fashion 40 is having because of Skype, which maybe it's not. But in the end, Jay was really being helpful, and I wanted to follow those instructions and try that. So this is why I am using Skype to start up the game. But I am also paying attention to what it does when I do it that way. So that being said, I'm going to read what Rick just wrote. Yes, but you don't. I do use Skype I don't use Skype that way because Skype doesn't always update correctly. And okay, got it. And that's kind of why I use Skype to fix and test. That's it. I will only load through Skype if downgraded a mod on purpose. Okay, so part of my experimentation is, right now, I will say that I loaded up with Skype this morning after I disabled asset icon library. I loaded up through Skype as instructed, and I had no problem. It was a great, but I didn't go look at, like, I don't know, I don't recall anything missing except for the icons that AIL control. I do know those were gone. But other than that, I stress test the heck out of it. I went down low. I used the mod sloppy. You know, I would be using move it, and then before I set it down, I would pick up find it or something else. You know, just kind of crossing them over and seeing if I could just jank it, and nothing would crash this beast. So this feels like, I don't know if it feels like it's loading any faster or slower. So we'll know, because if it's 2 minutes, it's way too fast. So if I continue to, when I have those problems, then it tells me that maybe it's next time I'll load in without Skype. How about that? And that's how my brain works. I'm stupid, and I need, you know, you guys to help me with what you know, but on the back end, know that I can reverse engineer what I'm doing. It just will take me forever to do it. So I'm going to say that I can report that both streams are friggin' healthy. So all that's going well. You can see what's going on with the game. And still don't have anybody in YouTube, but hey, we'll get there. So anyways, let's talk about some projects, and I want to, you know, so the one thing I am excited, and I'm sure Wolf doesn't mind me talking about, is I've been talking about my Pentwater project, and this is my hometown build, if you will. George, it's your bedtime. Thank you for coming in, you and Vicky. Don't stress your trains, bro. I would just tear everything out and go bust. For now, you're just a beginner. Like I said, learn to walk before you run, bro. And you're flying with flames flapping off your fucking wings. I love you, George. Thank you. DM me. Tell me what you want to do. May 4th. And Vicky, of course. And me too. Working the more, of course. So thank you, Vicky. Appreciate you both. Love you both. So have a great night. Thank you for coming. So, and everybody, now it's just you and me. This is loading pretty quick, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if this is the last thing to load, this is loading pretty damn quick. So, and again, you know, we're doing this, but still thinking about Dava. You know, if you have any other suggestions for how to run a nice Twitch channel. You know, I don't know how to use the Twitch on the back end. I don't know how to do the other things that they have, the Steam Labs or whatever. I don't Streamlabs, I'm sure. So anybody, help! Throw me a life preserver. Okay, it loaded fairly quick, but maybe not all that quick. So let's see. We're going back into. Should we just go back to the auto save? Because I did not save it and I didn't care. Let's go on the auto save. George and Vicky, I like them. Should go see what they're doing. They like Star Wars. George, they have more going on than I probably even know. Right now it's Star Wars Legos, Star Wars cards, which was interesting. And then he's brand new at City Skylines, so you're gonna find some fun there. Yeah, that don't feel like 200 mods, does it? All right, so I just need to get the light rate. Okay, so I can tell from here Chirpies don't look right. No, it does. No. Son of a bitch. There should be a... Okay. So, reverse engineering what we're going through currently. Do you agree? Back out and load it with not through Skype? Rick? Is that because everything's loading on the back end? Because Fashion 40 talks about that too. You sure you're not loaded the 50 mod profile? That is correct. Let's look at the options. Thank you. I tried, and don't think I didn't think of that. So a couple damn times. Options. Yep, Compass is there, and Compass, I will tell you why I know this is the big list, because I had disabled Compass because it needed an upgrade after the patch, so I just disabled it. It definitely didn't make it onto my smaller one. And I enabled it today because it's been updated and it no longer has a warning. So compass being here, and let's go into the game just so that's a test subject. Compass is there. Is compass working correctly? Let's see here. That's north. So apparently red is north to me. So, okay. So it's the correct list, right? The only thing we know that's wrong here is that it's missing those decals. Don't know what else is missing. Oh. Lots of... no, I don't think my sand was that. How about this? We enabled AIL, so let's go make sure those pop back in. They did. Okay. I'm following you. I'm going to be doing this, Rick. Don't walk away. And you got to tell me you're walking away. So AIL is enabled. We know we're on the correct list, all that. We just don't. What else is missing besides Chirpy's stickers? And is that just his thing? I mean, they were working, you know, and so I have, and because I had his custom decals at local assets loaded, I had to take those out and then load in his from PDX. So I know all that's good, right? It's out. They don't cross conflict. That's not the problem. Literally just don't know what else to look at that we wouldn't be missing. So go into PDX, and so go now to do this, Rick. Exit to menu, correct? No. Do what? Thank you. That's it, dude. That's why I need to know when you walk away. Because if you don't answer, I'm just going to be like, okay, Rick's away. Click. To menu. Right. Just exit to menu. Yeah? And for a long time, doing that would take me to desktop. Did anybody have that for the longest time? Did that get fixed somehow? Because that doesn't happen to me anymore, and it used to happen every time. I couldn't, if I was in game, I could not, I could not back to the main menu. And are we all happy we can do that again? I feel like I don't want to hard shut that down like that. Like, does that make sense? Like, just to here, yeah, fook, yeah, exactly. So that's one of those, you know, auto save moments. Did they something fixed? Did you have that problem, Davo, where you couldn't exit to main menu? Yeah, okay, it's fixed. It hasn't happened to me once. And all my anything that's been having a problem here, that's not happening. So they fixed that. In my book, it's fixed. Hallelujah. I want area bucket fixed. Oh, by the way, I have area bucket enabled because I asked Jay on the backside. I was like, "Yep, I'm watching, but I'm talking too." So you keep typing if you have any instructions or holding to the next step. I asked Jay in DM, I like, do we know, you know, if area bucket's working currently or whatever? And I said, you know, there's just chatter that it hasn't been working properly. And Jay just kind of like, he's got away with screenshots, by the way. He's very tutorial in his instructions, which is great. That's me. Hold my hand that way. Thank you, Jay. But he just basically showed me how to check that in Skype. So I did that and it looks good. So I enabled area bucket again because God, a detailer like me, I need my area bucket. Okay, go to playset. See, and it's active, right? The big bad boy. I'm here. Thanks for everybody hanging out, just like drooling over the instructionals, and you know, this is what this week has been. So being a Sunday night and we're still working on like crashes and fixes and things, that's okay. Tomorrow's another day. See, okay, I'm waiting for you. All right. So, looks right. If you see something or I'm scrolling too fast, let me know. Get my the radio stuff should be gone. Does it tell you how? 278 mods, but this doesn't tell you how many are enabled or not. Chirpies is enabled. We knew that. Oh, okay. And if I'm looking, if it's disabled, I know why. Those two are supposed to be disabled. Don't know why I need this one. I could have swore I disabled all my, so can I disable something while we're here? Nope. Is that a, okay. All right. Oh, those are a bunch of disabled maps. Gotcha. As long as I definitely, well, we wouldn't have it. I'm looking out the corner of my eye at chat. Yep, those are supposed to be disabled. Yep. That was a problem for a while, so, you know, I still haven't put it back on. I will, because I do like looking at, you know what, can I do it? Yeah, because I like the Hall of Fame. I think it's a real cool thing for, you know, streamer like me who wants to highlight other people and other people's stuff. So Pekana, thank you for the subscription, sir. How you doing tonight? Not to call you out of the, sorry, not to call you out of the darkness. If you wanted to lurk, my apologies. So, all right, Isis is looking good. Yep, I turned that one back on. I don't know why I put my hand in my face, but when I watch the VODs, I don't like it. Yeah, you've been playing Flight Sim a bit, I see. I've seen. Good for you. Get away from some. This has been a hell of a week. We all need a little Flight Sim, a little away from City Skylines time, don't we? Yeah, maybe I should just friggin' pick Project Hospital and stream that tomorrow, Rick. Start a new hospital. Freaking, my hair's all pulled out because Rick and I, if we had hair, we would have pulled it out this week. All right, so we did this. Rick, this looks good. Like if we let, so should, so just load from looks good, so we don't have to worry about that. Are you talking to me? Evening, guys, is that going away or coming in? All right, looks good. We did this, so we need to restart the game, correct? But I'd rather exit from here than the other way, so thank God. Yes, just do it normal, but we have this, so should I exit? We have code mods changed, so should I exit and see? That's why I probably shouldn't have put anything on, so, and right, so exit. Okay. Exiting. And then start it up normal. I understood that part. I just want to make sure I was supposed to exit. All right. Can I turn Skype off? Can I like just shut it down? Do I need it? Oh, we're just it's still a little funky. It's not crashing, Dava, but it's just a little funky. We're still missing things, so it's not loading correctly. It's loading too fast, and it's missing things. So, and I've been loading through Skype as we were talking, so we're reverse engineering that. So, I'm asking everybody, can I just shut down Skype so I don't have it on in the background? Yeah, it's definitely not loading all 2,000 of my mods. US, yes, because I don't want it on. I really don't. I don't want another thing on while I'm streaming, to be honest, even though it doesn't seem to matter. But that's one of my workings. Like, so when you say normal, start it up normal, how I start it up is I go to Steam, I go to my library, and I press play. Is that correct? So since we're here, yep. Okay, thank you. And of course, launch option with the mods, dude. Takes me to the launcher. Play. Is this the one time we are praying for a longer load time? It is. Hell has surely frozen over, my friends. Pecan, huh? I was talking about collaborating earlier. If you ever want to do anything with me, if you ever care to do, if you have an idea where you want to get on and you want to talk to the DJ, DM me or something, because I think that's kind of the direction sooner or later I'll be going. Is you know, a big community supporter and try to do some sort of show or something. And I'm up for ideas. I'm up for anything anybody wants to do with me. If they want to bring it would really be cool if it was CS, oriented. But of course, I will do I will do other things. So, you want Dava to cook for you? We want to see Dava's cooking show. Okay, I feel a lot better on this load, actually. I get my regular hiccups. So did Dava do a cooking show? I'm sorry, did I miss something? Because I know I saw Kodiak's, but I didn't. I am sorry I missed that, Dava. I really am. When was it? What day was it? My time, Rick. When do you know? Do you remember? Was I streaming and you were double dipping into Dava's joint? It was yesterday night? Okay, so I was streaming. And Rick was, okay, that's fine. It's fine, Rick. Honestly, if you didn't have 4 tabs open other than mine last night and supporting other people, I'd be really fucking disappointed. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Now, of course, if you're doing it, Rick, if you're doing it, Rick, I better be like the main one you hang out with, and you're like, okay, I gotta go check on these guys, and then I'm going back to Clovis. No, I absolutely. We all know. I don't surf in real life, but I like to stream surf. It's become my passion. I want to see what other people are doing. I want to support them. I want, obviously, I'd love for them to come by and and hang out and do be here with me too. But and you know what? Again, Pekana, he thank you for the subscription. It's awesome. We are up to 13 subscribers, everybody. It's amazing. I really appreciate you all, and don't feel pressured. Just I'm jazzed. I'm really geeked at the support from the community. Yeah. So, but you know what? It's hard because when I go to stream, I really kind of want to shut all the other streams down. But I do see if I go, it's funny because I'll be in one stream and I see Lishi in somebody's stream, but then I'll see she streaming. So I'm like, that's really cool. But I probably should I can do something like that at least. I just we know what we're doing. We're just trying to help each other with views. So. There you go. Hey, Fashion 40. He's lurking. Did you wake up? Are you streaming? Yes, sir. Okay, Fashion 40 in the house. Again, I need to know how to shout these things out, so people help me with that stuff on Twitch, please. Fashion 40, finish the measurements for the decals. I don't know what that means. I need to know more about that, because everything I do, I pay half attention to. So anytime I'm in your stream, it's half attention. You know this. It's not a secret. Anytime you redid McDonald's. Okay, got it. And how did you, so I don't know how to do it. And I haven't set anything up for shout outs. So if it's something that's already there without any setup, then I'll do it. But oh, I gotta be in the right place. By the way, I think that loaded properly. We'll see. And we also know I can't do two things at once. So it doesn't do anything, but I'll set it up. I gotta set it up. Help me, DM me, tell me how to do it. Booty told me how to do it. So Booty, who told you how to do the stickers, the decals? Yes, I'm sure he did. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, if I knew how to do decals, I think I'd be freaking, I'd be dangerous. Backslash? So SO backslash fashion 40? I don't know what backslash is. We're gonna have to figure it out. Type it in the way I should type it in, and I'll do it. But nonetheless, Fashion 40, he got his, and I was in the stream last night. I was not gonna let him stop. I wasn't gonna get out of stream until he made 50 last night. And I think you started, what'd you start your stream with, buddy? 40 something? Well, obviously 40 something. It wasn't but 40, because I don't know how many it was when I started paying attention. Under that, yeah, it was under that. It was under 40. Oh, you're right. Oh my God, yeah, it was low. Man, but nonetheless, we pushed the out of it last night. I didn't do anything, but we as a community, we came together. We're talking new people up in your stream. We're trying. I mean, that's the thing, right? Yeah, 26 before the first raid. Oh, that's right. So everybody, in whatever I do, if I did I raid? See, that's how I know I raided, but that's all I could do. But if it helped, but I can't make them follow you. I can just bring them to the water. You got to show them the stuff, right? The same thing. I have to deliver. If you raid me and we're just doing crashes all stinking night, that sucks. So let's load in. Should I do like a yeah, I want to go back to this. True. So it doesn't matter. You got there, and I'm jazzed for you. And I need to is it available to go subscribe right now? I was just saying I can't subscribe to no more people, but I have to subscribe to you. You're my last one for a while. I have to subscribe to you. So I will get to it. And don't all hop on as freaking subscriptions so I don't get a founder's badge, please. Yeah, okay, so you just haven't done okay, then that's what I did Friday night, right? And at some point, I pushed a button, and it happened. And within an hour, I got my first subscription off stream. So you're letting the Discord know. Do it. So, so you gotta go through all that. And then I did that, and then I did the emotes, and I'm not creative, so I couldn't make emotes, so I went and of course spent money on them at Etsy. But I think Dusty and Fly to Your Run told me about that, so I didn't really know, and I'm not gonna ask anybody to do, I needed some real quick, right? Because I did it Friday night and I wanted to do the 3-day stream, so I bought some. I like them, the Star Wars. I have some pending. I like my Carlton. I have a dancing Carlton so I'll set it up for tomorrow. I gotta work on my next episode. Right, there you go. So anyways, I'm just waiting for it. You let me know. I want to know. I want one of the founders badges, buddy. Okay, so anyways, we're loaded in, and let's go find our chirpies and see if those decals are still there. That's the one thing we know is indicator to that everything didn't load. Can we? Nope. So could that be his decals? is that, how about this? Because his decals are, I had this place set up. Stormtrooper with the mirror bug. Yeah, so I'm like, man, what's the theme? You're going through Etsy, so you're looking for, I gotta have some sort of theme, and I'm looking at hamburgers, right? I like burgers. I'm looking at, I don't want cutesy, but I kind of want whatever. And I'm thinking, what haven't I seen in all the circles that I run? Because we want something unique, right? Not going to recycle someone else's or something similar. So the Star Wars theme, I do know Jedi has Star Wars going on, but it's not heavy duty like mine. Like all the Darth Vaders and the Stormtroopers are pretty cool. There's a Leia in it, and she's got the what the fuck nod, and I do have a booty in there. Some things are still getting approved, are in the approval process, so we're getting some like my Carlton dance, it's still getting approved, and I have one that's a slap and a booty, so it's a and it's got the red mark, it's animated. That'll be a good one if it gets approved. I'm sure it will. Go okay, fashion later, buddy. I'm glad you jumped in or woke up. I think you've been lurking, and whatever you did to come and tell us you got affiliate, I'm glad you did. Thank you, man. Everybody, Fashion 40, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitch. Please, if you like, you got to go at least look at his stuff. I can't tell you to follow him or anything, but I can lead you to the water, and when you get to the water, you're gonna know Fashion 40 has some crystal clean water you're gonna want to drink. So you're gonna want to go and just please support him. He's got he's doing he dual streams on Twitch and obviously the affiliate thing, but he's also on YouTube. He inspired me to dual stream over on YouTube. Actually, he doesn't know that, and he keeps telling me that I'm the one that encouraged him to dual stream over to Twitch. So we're some sort of strange brothers, because we're right there. I thought I was behind him, honestly. Him and Booty were running. They were streaming. They both got content behind them, and I'm like, man, it's gonna take me forever. I'm just like, but I'm right there. I'm with them. I'm not trying to. It's no competition. I'm just like this. Those guys are where I want to be. It's in Booty a little different, but with fashion, he's doing videos and things too, where Booty does decals, and so I honestly swear to God, look up to Fashion 40. He's a couple steps above me, and I look at him and I'm like, yep, I want to do that. It's like my Pentwater project kind of mirrors his project, and now I'm using his map maker because Fashion 40 had to leave, but I want to say Wolf and I got on today, and he's agreed that he's going to take over my Pentwater project, the map part, so I don't have to struggle with that. I can, learn to do videos and things like this and not have to learn how to make a map, because that wasn't necessary for this project, but I would have done it, and I would have learned how, and I would have made one map, and I would have been over. But so anyways, he's going to help me out with that. And so we got a project together. I'm pretty jazzed to have some sort of project with another somebody. That's awesome. So I hope he's okay with me saying that. He's actually not on, I don't think he does Twitch. He's on YouTube. But anyways, community. I don't know where I'm going with it. Let's run out my spiral. So the stickers are missing. And does that seem to be the only problem we have? We just loaded a different way, Rick. I know you're over there probably watching Canadian or some crap and not paying attention to me, but so I caught something. We're just gonna do this and see, and we're playing. I'm not gonna pause it. We're just gonna test or get that under there. Oh, I see why. Okay, that's better. I'm happy with it. I'm not using it sloppy, but I should, right? I should go to another, because I was gonna exit out of this before I did something else, which I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's underground. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to find it, from move it to find it, and they're both on, and let's go ahead and just move around. See, I'm doing very creative stress testing here, huh? Let's go move something. Let's go move something while it's up. See if you can place it again. So that's definitely, thank you for keeping me on track, Rick. I got squirreled away. Hey, the big thing is here though, that wasn't there. that wasn't there. Okay, I want to move something while I have this. I'm still on crash time, so let's do this. Okay, I should have crashed about 100 years ago doing any of this. So that's still loading stuff. Okay, so that is, look at that, Rick. How do we do that? Move it, find it's open, move it's open. We're zipping around. How the hell don't I crash? I think I feel like I start sounding like Canadian, just not as self-depreciating. I love you, Ken. I do, I feel like it, like just old man. And it's funny because Rick, I'm going to tell you this, you know it. Rick and I were in Canadian's stream this morning, just like three old frickin' dudes. Three old guys effing with each other. Ken's depreciating himself. I know I'm effing with Ken. I'm not gonna say Rick was, but you know, why would we be in Ken's stream if we weren't fucking with Ken? So I'm assuming you were helping me. But anyways, what it was is I was laughing and I had to tell my wife. I share everything with my wife now. Anytime, like, because she's like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I was laughing just now. She's probably wondering what the hell I was laughing. I'm gonna have to explain the whole dick thing, and now she just needs to watch the damn streams instead of act like she doesn't care when she does. So I'm gonna say crashes are done. That, to me, crashes are done. But we have yet a different situation, right? Why isn't Chirpy's loading? And we're gonna go back to it. I'm still dinking around here. Barnall Village. It's my UK build. It's my UK try. There's no detailing down there. That is just a nice little, peninsula with three island, kind of island thing going on. I like this area. It would be cool to go back here and detail, but like, why? I mean, detail, like, the real deep stuff, but this looks good. All right, back to Chirpy's. Squirrel me back. But we should have crashed a long time ago. I'm sold. I'm sold on that. But I can't sacrifice my Chirpies for it either. It's just that can't happen. So we gotta find a happy space. So let's do it. Yep. Easy. Okay, better bulldozer. We can do. We just want decals, actually, buddy. Is it gonna grab the decals, or am I doing that wrong? Of course, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it wrong, aren't I? Is that not a decal? Shh. See how I'm learning? I'm learning. But I want. Okay, so hold on. All right. Can we? Yeah, buddy. Move this bad boy off and see if we can delete. Now this one I can filter for just decals. There we go. And that'll do it. That decal out here. Get you. Where are you? All right. Any more? Wrong button. And again, just moving like this would move it. Was that an autosave? That was a heart attack. Okay, I swear I had a sticker on here. Okay, so they haven't loaded in yet. Is that what okay, so Rick, if you're paying attention, you said this. We deleted the big one that came in late. And I know there's one. I know there should be stickers on these. Nope. You know why? This looks different. Nope. Don't worry. This isn't this. There's something wrong here. Don't worry about the church. We're on a wrong load. For this, we are on the wrong load. Guarantee it. Because I've moved these bikes over here. I put a banner here. So we're using his old decals. Okay. Wrong load. Yep. That's it. You know how I am with loads and saves and shit, so that's it. That's me. So Everything's fixed? Everything's fixed? I think everything's fixed. I do. I'm gonna say, for me, everything is fixed. And when you say everything, that doesn't mean everything. Nope, what? Nope, what? Yep. And this was gone. I didn't do this. Yep. I know exactly. You don't believe it? Okay. So. I don't even know if there's one to... Okay, this is the save, and because I heavy test, but I bet you I might have loaded in on an autosave or something like that. Let's see here. This one was 323/11/25 today. This one was, so 319. Fuck, there's nothing in between? That's not Cape Clovis. Clover 1. Yep, that's 3:20, 6:06 p.m. Let's load this up. No, we're not. God damn it! I almost I almost saved it on the wrong over the right one. Oh, we want Clover 1. I saved it on something else. I did not overwrite it. I did not. We are loading Clover 1. Test. Dude, if I overwrote again, like, well, I can't say it'll never happen, but if I do, someone frickin' smack me. You sure? I'm sure about nothing, Rick. This one tests a couple. Boom. Yep. There. So, but I did some things today that probably didn't happen, and it doesn't matter because it was literally me testing. But I came over here. Yep. So I did. This was all detailed, all of this box, and I was going to show you because I did it. This I tested this morning when I was talking to you and going, I'm doing everything I can to crash this beast, and I can't. I was detailing in here. So okay, and I don't care about that area. Not right now. Okay. Game on. Game on. Wayne and Garth playing hockey and the hockey ball in the street as the cars go by. And what was her name? Stacy or oh, and we all know her now who she is anyways. Wayne's World. Stacy. Yeah. She'd stop. She ran into the car. They're like, okay, game on. So that's what goes through my head. Anyways, so do we want to detail? What do we want to do? Because literally we were gonna fix stuff. The other map is a city start, but we're playing the game more than we're detailing. What did everybody come for? Because I came to fix my problem, and it's fixed. And I wasn't going to stop at 9, but if we have interest and we have stuff going on, the wife said I can stay up late. It's because I'm not working. Usually I stop at 9 on a Sunday because it's school night and I have to work in the morning. But guess what? I'm not doing tomorrow. But it doesn't matter. Still be up at the same time because of the dogs and everything. So I'll be still up by 7 tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard. Try to unthaw and be on by 8. Drink my coffee on screen. And thaw out in front of you guys and be more retarded than I am now. Follower goal met 70. Who followed me? Who followed? Two Shot Tyler. Thank you, Two Shot Tyler. And it's Stray 1. Wherever you are, I appreciate y'all. More followers. That's great. We are now at 70. We need to, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you guys are here. If you don't have, you can lurk. But if you speak up, you can, if you want to interact, I'm interactable. What do you call it, Rick? You can touch me and it does things. So you can talk to me and we can name things after if you want, or we can, you can like, hey, I want to see this. I mean, basically, I've got 187,000 population map here, heavily. There's definitely some thank you. There we go. First time chat. Two Shot Tyler. How do you know me? How do you know this place? How'd you come across the stream, buddy? And what would you like to see? And I'll tell you right now, the most popular request is just watching and learning. Okay, well then we can do something. But if I can give advice for playing the game, though this particular map is not really for playing anymore. It's for show and detailing and highlighting things, and so if you're here to learn, we can go down and I will detail, and you can learn detailing with mods, and that's really what I'm a mod noob. I got people around me that know more about I just use them on screen and detail heavily. We'll go down and just kind of show you a little bit of the work. See, that's me. I'd rather show than detail, but you tell me if you want to learn. So some of the stuff I've done, some of the detailing here with the rocks and the bushes, more interested in learning mod stuff, settings. Okay, there you go. So and that's what we've been doing. So right now things have been, mods have been an irritant this week, and to say the least. And it was the patch. If I don't know your level of experience, or in the game, tell me what your level is if you like, how long you've been playing and how long you've been using mods, and we can go from there. So this week has been challenging because of the update and the mods that updates affect, and they don't always affect all the mods or some of them, but sometimes they affect the important ones like Move It or Find It, or two of the ones that were affecting things this week were the Asset Icon Library and then Find It, and they updated those two tonight, so like 4 hours ago. 60 hours in, I modded for other games, just don't fully understand these mods yet. Okay, puts me in great, because when I started modding, I used to play Battlefield 2 heavily, like modded. So you're a modder for other games, gotcha. And I took it a different way, so I'm glad you corrected it. So, but I used to play, different games that were modded in different ways, right? This one, you basically, and anybody correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me if you know this, but this game, to me, Battlefield mod was making, download a mod and all this, and then you're fighting in a different environment with different skins and everything. Like I went from Battlefield 2, I played Project Reality. And then I think Arma was a mod back then instead of a full-on thing now. But anyways, it is in the late 90s. So I was used to that kind of mods. This is basically shop your mods. And you might know more about that than I do. You can tell my experience level. I am new to using mods, we'll say 6 months in. I played the game since it released. I played CS1 on Xbox, unmodded obviously, and what I'm doing with mods is getting down here and detailing with sticker decals and surfaces, and then you've downloaded quite a few quality of life mods, correct? So there's a whole bunch of those that really need, if you wanted, it depends on and that's what I guess I'm getting at, is what's your level of interest, whether do you want to do in the game, or what kind of mods that you want to develop. So Anarchy is huge if you're going to do much Anarchy, and obviously anybody can correct me. I'm not speaking as a expert in anything, but for me, Anarchy is really important for a lot of things. You can't do a lot of things unless you have Anarchy. You probably know this already. Move It. You can do a lot of things without Move It. Like you used to have enough money, you just kind of. But with Move It, you can get down and finitely move things, not a car, those things. But and then we can filter it, so we're just looking for buildings and things like this. Details, slow play through, make me my city mine. Okay, so you want to detail and make it your city. Okay, and that is what I'm doing. There you go. This map I've played out to a certain degree that we can play it, but it was fragile last week. We are literally not fragile anymore. Last week, if I had Move It Open like this and I moved around, I would have surely crashed by now. So that's the light at the end of every tunnel when they start breaking down. Here's a question. Do you know what Skive is, and do you use it? So Move It should have crashed me, but anyways, Move It's huge. Move It is, life. You move props first of all, but do you want to move a building that's, or something that's that would normally lock onto something? Let it snap, or like for instance, and tell me if I'm telling you stuff because I want to be at your level, right? Ken was crashing like crazy, and I seen Skive. Haven't used it. Okay, so real quick, Skive. I can't show you Skive. I'm not set up for that, but it's a mod. You download it in PDX mods, and okay. Thank you, Rick. Rick's like my sidekick. I'm talking to you mostly. Everybody, anybody else in here, if you want to speak up, come. But Rick's definitely my sidekick. He probably should take a shower. I think he stinks. Anyways, so I want to. Ken was crashing like crazy. So Skive, you download it in PDX mods in the game. And then there's some instructions on how to turn that into a program on your PC, so an app. And then in that app, you can pull that up. You don't have to have City Skylines open, none of that. Have the game shut away. You can have Steam off, all that. And then you can go into Skive and see what's working, what's not working, when a mod was last updated. It's a lot more detailed than the mod store. And you can also enable or shop for mods from Skive, and you press an enable button, and then it does its thing. And then the next time you go into the game, that mod that you enabled from Skive will already be on. So anyways, there's a lot to Skive, and I can't get into it all, and you probably want to know more than just Skive, but Skive is important for knowledge. Because you might go in the PDX mod store and see a warning, and you don't know why the warning's there. You can go to Skive, and it's updated all the time. These guys, there's a crew. I can't speak to that, but I'm imagining there's a lot going on in the background of Skive to keep it going. And then, so a lot of the modders, the modding community, use this. I have 278 mods in one playlist, and I had someone come along and help me out and slim that down for another build. So I have a 51 mod build going, which is basically starting a new city, playing the game in easy mode, and then we'll go back to detailing, and then we'll load, because I was having all these crashing problems. I, just like Ken, I quite literally trying to engineer the problems, but I think I have a lot more support than Ken has, and I can't go into Ken's chat, and I can only say a couple things, and if it, I'm not an expert. I have all these, like Rick, he's helping me through this. Harbor Master Jay, the community. I'm in the Discords, and people know me, and they're helping me. So, anyways, so that's Skive. You should at least do that. I was loading, and we're not even going to talk about loading through Skive, but you can load the game through Skive too, but that's a mixed bag if you should or you shouldn't. So use Skive as a resource when you're shopping for mods, and that's it. And then start the game through Steam. There's a lot of cool, like, it depends. What else are you looking for? So Find It. If you're not familiar with Find It, you can go that app. go in here, or that mod, you can go in here and find whatever it is you want. Instead of zoning things, you can go in and plop. You have to realize that some mods have dependencies, so in order to use Find It, I'm sure there's several dependencies that it needs in order to do that. Again, I'm not an expert. This is how I interpret things from my mod noob. I'm a mod noob. That's what I'm saying. I'm experimenting with mods. I'm learning about mods. I have support from the community. And if folks like you want to come in and learn how to use mods, it's usually it's a fun time in here, not a learning time. But honestly, my original concept for doing a stream was to go in, detail, and show you guys what I'm doing. And how to do it with mods and exactly what I'm talking to you about. Just know that I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy learning, and I'm a few steps ahead of you with mods. And I have resources to figure them out. So I seen a mod for zone helper or something to that extent. Where can I turn on and off zoning boxes? Okay. Is it this one? I have it. I don't know how to use it. I haven't used it. So let's look at it. And we're in a heavily modded area, so we don't want this. We want regular roads. Let's go experiment, you and I. So that's the icon up in the top left. And it should have told me what it is, but it like hover over it and it'll tell you that. It didn't. Maybe it's because it's open. Hold on. I'm experimenting with you, so I try to, okay. I'm experimenting too, so please be patient. Okay, so it doesn't say it up there, but that's the mod I think we're looking for. And then over here we have, so if we want to modify this road, in my experience, the way I've seen this work, you got to go to this road here. That's the road you want to work with. And then this button here, if you can see it, that's both sides of the road are zoned. Like this. Yep. So both sides are zoned. And then it said that then we have only left or only right. So if we do this, it's only the right hand side. So the left doesn't have any zoning. And that you can live without it, but if you zone, like, so certain people plop, certain people zone. You can do it if you don't zone, but if you're a new player and you like zoning and you're gonna zone, that's great. That's how you do that. Now, if you want to take a road like this, which is zoned on both sides, and you want to change that, we go to the replace button. Again, we're still down here, right? We're on the right hand side of the road. This is one of those things I think I'm going to pay attention to when I'm done with it, and I'll explain why. So right now we're right side only. Let's test it. Nope, didn't do it. So that's my, because I think it would change it, but it doesn't change it, does it? Nope, it's not changing anything. And so that's my, there was one where you could do this to an existing one and it would change both sides. So right now, my limited knowledge testing this tells me that I can only draw them with or without the zones. And are you following? Does that make sense to you? Am I showing and explaining it correctly? Because I want to know that you're understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth, if you don't mind. Okay, so that's what that tells me. I cannot upgrade that. That was my problem. I watched someone yesterday turned on and off pre-built roads. Okay. But me talking to you now, I do know, like, if I did this, I want to figure it out, right? But I wouldn't have known that's possible without talking to you. So thank you. That's one of those, but you cannot. Okay, so let's see, with more knowledge that I have, is that available? And I just don't know if it is. And that's where I need someone that knows about this mod just to happen to be in my chat and paying attention, and maybe, give that kind of, like, someone else knows and someone else will tell us eventually. Maybe it's something I post in my Discord and get an answer, or what I mean. It will learn. But right now, at that point, if I'm all by myself and I'm like, okay, then I will just work without that, you know, without replacing it. So now everything I do, I'm just going to plan on, okay, I zone it left or right if I need to. I'm not going to be able to upgrade that. But I swear you should be able. You're saying you saw someone do it, so it's available out there. It's available out there. Okay, Dava, thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in and hanging out for a little while. I appreciate you. I need to catch your next cooking stream. So, and if you're on tomorrow, I will stream through you when I'm not streaming. That doesn't sound good. All right. So, Tyler, who did you watch do it? Can I ask? I mean, I might know, and then I can go watch them do it, or I can ask them. Not important, really. I'm overly curious, buddy. So I haven't used this mod until you brought it up. Now I'm using it and learning with you. It's the friggin' perfect premise for what I'd like to do when I don't have a bunch of the professionals distracting me, or I'm distracting them. So, do you remember who it was, or if you want to share? If you don't, if you want the conversation with the the zoning tool over, tell me too, because I'm like, what? I don't know which one. So yeah, that's weird. It should have replaced it in my head. Like that I use the same road. I use this road because that's how the previous mod worked. Honestly, no idea who it was. I've been dropping in every. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. If you don't remember the name, no big deal. They're not all memorable. I'm joking. All right, so we didn't need that. What else? Pull another one out of your hat. What else are you're curious about a mod? Any mod? Do you need it? Don't you need it? How to use it? You know, whatever. So, but with mods, these are the kinds of things I'm doing, and I'm telling you, this is running so smooth. I mean, we're unpaused, but I should have crashed about 3 hours ago. That was an autosave that almost freaking gave me a heart attack. When you crash a lot, as I have been, every time you get a hiccup, you're like, ugh. And my mod, so your mod looks different than. Okay, got it. My drop down comes from the upper left and has 4 options. Anyways, not important. It is important. It's important to me. Is it? That's not that one. Because I swear I know the one you're talking about. But is it an old mod? You just said you saw someone using it. All right, I'm going to how about this? I'm leaving it alone. You keep saying it's not necessary. I am going to write it down. I want to know more about the zoning mod, just out of curiosity myself. What zoning mod is out there that is currently working and is working good? Zoning mod. Okay. Well, thank you, Tyler, for that. It has 1.2 compatible. It says 1.2 compatible. Okay. And see, those are the things also you can sort out in Skype when, like, okay. And I want to know the name of yours. Can you tell me the name of the one you're using? If you could, like, if you know, look, you're looking, you says it's 1.2 compatible, so I imagine you're looking at it. If you can't, like, from memory, then I get that. Okay. Check Discord real quick. Woo. Okay, thank you. Can I explain? Okay, so Anarchy, yes, I can explain what I know. Again, you already kind of get my gist of my knowledge level and how I do these things. So yeah, Anarchy. I don't know much about Anarchy, buddy. I turn it on when I wanna. So let's see here. Let's an example of what Anarchy would do. I'm just gonna grab. So we see that, right? We can't place those there. You've got that part of Anarchy. Like, or you get this, right? And then if we turn anarchy on over here, we can place it where the F we want. Zoning toolkit, thank you. And I'll see which one I have. Zoning toolkit. So what I just did you see what I just did? I just placed another building into another building. There's 2 buildings here. That is the basic premise of anarchy. Okay, now, yep, and then we can use move that bad boy out of there and just put them wherever we want. We can also use move it to raise it, and it'll raise the ground. And some of those functions I'm not familiar with either, so I won't even speak on them. But that's move it. That's not what you're asking about. So, ooh, that was a button. So this is right there. Okay, I did get a jank from move it. That is not smooth anymore, and that is because now it didn't crash me or anything, but that problem still exists. And so in here, I'm moving chunky, a little chunkier than I was, and I'll continue to see. But let's pull. I'm experimenting something else. Sorry, Tyler, give me just a second. Okay, so, and now we cannot see the icon for move it. So this still exists. This was something that was going on. I already knew about it. Sometimes when you use move it and you do something, I can't tell you, I haven't, but it will chunk my system. And the only other person I know that happens to is Booty Addict. So my system is chunky right now. For most things, I'm gonna have to reload. Just do your thing. I'll ask questions. Well, okay, so what I'm getting as, I won't be able to do too much because there is a chunk going on, but I'm not going to use move it, so we'll see. We're still stress testing. So other things anarchy can do. Okay, some kind of really neat things that are basic. We'll go over here into the farms, and that's chunk. That's my move it error. All right, my move it error. Okay, so let's do a farm. I want to show you this one. This one's really cool, and we're going to turn anarchy off. So the thing with anarchy is, if you use it, remember to turn it off, because you can do some real damage. And there's a couple things to show you on that one too. So let's set a farm. Anarchy is off. We cannot do anything, right? Okay, that's not the point. We're going to just, like anybody else, I am going to. Okay, now we're gonna stretch the farm. Sorry, can't do it from here. I'm gonna go somewhere else to find anarchy, an anarchy button, and I'm gonna turn anarchy on. We're gonna go into the farm, go to its area tool, and now we're going to stretch. See, there's functions because of movement, but let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to restart the computer at some point, but right now we are gonna show you. There should be a circle around this that's not showing, but are you familiar with the circle that's around that, the limiting circle around your farms and your forestry and stuff like that? Anarchy lets you move outside of those. So you're not stuck with a circle-shaped farm or a pit or something. You can go on. Yes, you know this. Okay, good, because I'm sitting here, my computer's struggling trying to show you. I'm gonna delete. We don't need that. Other things with anarchy where you want to have caution. How about this? Just to show you, because it's gonna set things anywhere. We'll do the trees. I'm gonna do a tree brush. Right? Anarchy is off, so I am not going to place them on the roads, but as you probably already guessed, if you have anarchy, you're going to put trees all through your roads. That's one of the reasons I make sure when I use anarchy, and if I go in deep and I'm detailing and I'm looking at every meter, I'll just leave anarchy on, because I'm paying attention to the game. I'm paying attention to what I do. I'm placing everything by hand. I'm not gonna do this stuff that I just did, right? Which we'll just take those back out. Okay. So that I hope that was helpful. Like, just a warning. That's just a warning. But like, again, when I go in here deep, and everything is anarchy, because I'm pulling everything onto each other, and I'm placing things onto objects. So when I'm down here, anarchy's on, and I don't care. There's gonna be no mistakes. Gotcha. Big mod name, but such a simple mod. And it does, but there's more to it, and I don't know them all. Stops the game from catching errors. Easy peasy. Yes, sir. Yep. But you yourself may want to experiment with, say, the settings. I don't know what those mean. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, that's the new upgrade. And you're gonna, so for another piece of so Canadian Moose is a great content creator. He just did an hour-long episode where he had a preview of the new anarchy thing, because if we do this, I don't know how to use it yet. And I won't be able to. My Move It definitely did a number, so I'm gonna have to reload. So but I would say, I'm going all the way to desktop too. I would say check out Canadian Moose's 1 hour. I think it's Grandier, but he was. There's a new update to Anarchy, and he had a preview, and he was using it, and he was kind of yeah, that's how I am. Anarchy does what I want it to do. I don't need all the other bells and whistles. Move It has filters that I just started, that are helpful. It also has a couple different things like node mode and things like that. I'm not familiar with moving nodes, though. I can move roads and I can curve them and do what I need, but there's, nodes like road nodes, path nodes and things like that. And when I say node, I don't know what the F I'm talking about. I just know there's a setting on Move It that I just don't know how to use. All right, press and play. Glad you stopped by. Thanks, Tyler. We're gonna call it 10 tonight when so I got about 50 more minutes in me, and then I'm streaming all day tomorrow. Tyler, if you're interested, if you want to follow, turn the. I try to have fun. I try to be educational. I try to learn. I try to build. We finally got the map working that I want, and I did start a new map and a new city, and that's fun too. But this one I want to detail on. I want to play on this one. I want to get down there. I don't want to play the game. I don't really want to play the game anymore, especially when there's parts of my favorite build that I can go back to and do. Awesome. Like I said, I'll happily sit and watch and just ask questions. Your player detail, no need for me to. You're not, but no one else is in here, and I wasn't doing anything. So I appreciate you, buddy, that you're easy like that, and I'm like that too. But yeah, you're the only thing going on in my chat right now. Everybody else is lurking. They pop in and they're listening. Whatever. It's just how it goes. So, and I know all them. You're new. Welcome in. Let's talk mods. But it would be easier if I was doing things and then you could go, hey, what's that? I get that too. He's like, just build. Stop talking, Clovis. It's all good. So, but thanks for dropping in. And we're loading, and it's just you and I right now. I always have some sort of, I don't know what to tell you, the Discord beeping from the computer, so I want some sort of notifications here and there, and I'm like, what am I missing? Or is it a DM, someone trying to tell me something while I'm in stream, so I look over once in a while. Okay, so something happened there. And you're still learning the mod names, etc. I'm an avid farm sim player and modder. So now farm sim, like the big one, like Farming Simulator 22 or whatever. Something happened. That's weird. Something happened. I tried to load right back in and it didn't. So I got out of Steam. I'm gonna get back into Steam. I don't think there's anything I need to do in Skype. So I'm just gonna press play again. Okay, and so I actually probably have a couple farming simulators loaded on my Xbox, right? But I like Xbox for the first person stuff, so I really enjoyed Farming Simulator on the Xbox. And didn't know about mods. Again, my only mod experience was back when I was playing Battlefield and those kind of mods. So, and then I got rid of the PCs for a while and went console forever. And then when this game came out 2 years ago, I was like, all right, I want a PC again so I can play this game because it wasn't coming to console. And I'm grateful because now I know there's mods and now I can do that thing. So here's a circle back to the story. I'm not sure about Farming Simulator on the PC because of the first person thing, but mods? Really? Did not know there was mods for Farming Simulator. That is cool. I might have to, and I know I have one of them in my, I bought probably one of the most recent ones. I don't know if it's 25. And I played it for, a minute. Just and I went, yeah, I like it on the console better. Farm Sim has an enormous modding community. Okay, gotcha. Well, things I learned today, like things I learned recently, that Sims 4 does that. That's huge. I used to play Sims a lot on back on console again, but that's not something I would want to go and see what that is modded. But Farming Simulator, now you caught my attention there, buddy, for sure. So thanks for your patience through the load and whatever that unfinished load was. Guess what? This is not. Oh, okay, we'll get Hall of Fame in a minute. So there is a big hiccup or just a big lag on my load, and then it'll pick up and it'll hopefully just shoot the moon. It's been loading real fast tonight, and we thought that would be a problem, but it ended up not being a problem. But this is the first time I've had something wrong with the load. So Farming Sim mods. That's cool. I like maps. So the first thing when CS2 went modded and all that, I wanted new maps. That is something I would want with Farm Sim. I would want more maps. No doubt, 100%. Tell me there are maps, there are modded. Tell me there are map makers in Farm Sim putting out maps in the modding community. I need to know that. Hey, that's pretty cool. And so Hall of Fame. I don't want to touch any buttons, but let's do this. Look at that. That's Booty Addict's decals. Senior Tony in PDX mods, you can find his decals, and he is a friend of the channel. And Booty Addict, you can find him. He streamed earlier tonight. I don't know if you came in with him, if you've ever seen his stuff. He's got a German accent and plays really boss music in his streams. Techno and dance party stuff. So I love to start dance offs. So if you get Farm Simulator 2025, message me. I have a 16 by map, huge and lots of fun. I'm pretty sure I have 25. I have whatever. Maybe, because I might have wish listed 25. So let me look at that. Actually, we're doing this. How about I just freaking look? I'm gonna get it so I can show my Steam library in chat or in stream. I have Farming Simulator 22. It looks like the last one I have. Let me go to my wish list, and I bet you I have 25 on my wish list. Yep, $50 might be a minute. Just cause I just blew a big wad for all of this. So, but yeah, no, it's on my wish list, bro. So, and that maps get me every time. They really do. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we vote for this guy just because he's got Booty Addict's freaking stickers, and it's Booty Addict sticker of Booty Addict. We're just looking for a second. Look around. This is running smooth too. I love the new market in the whatever pack that came from. Looking for people I know so we can... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Holy sh... Do you see that? Map makers are... Look at this. Look at... Speaking of map maker, they're insane for farm sim. Tons of options. Oh my God. So for a map maker, you have lots of options to make maps. Is that what you're telling me? Or you're telling me there's just insane amount of maps. This is beautiful, right? This gets a frick. And usually I look at these things for, the cities, but it's the photography, because I don't know how to use the in-game camera. I don't. And you have to use the in-game camera for this Hall of Fame, which is a mod. I have the mod, so therefore it'll show me on load these things, and then when you have the mod, now you can post from your map. Insane amount of maps. Gotcha. So this message is so we have a message from the traffic lights enhancement. I want to be able to see what's going on in Sky for that. And then, okay, so this says anarchy. There's a key binding conflict. Yeah, I don't use key binds, so that's why that's there. I usually would go into options and disable that so I don't see the warning. This one's a little more, I don't know what that means. So I wrote it down. I'm not going to click it to open it in the browser right now. I'm going to write it down so I can look into it myself. All right, we didn't vote for this guy yet, so he's got to get a vote. And then if the next one, okay, it's not someone I know. It looks nice. It looks like I like the layers. It's a skyline for sure. It's pretty cool. All right, well, because I like the support. All right, we're loading back into the big game. This is our autosave. And we're gonna see if we want the move it chunks gone. By the way, that's what we want, and then go from there, and maybe get some detailing or something. And who knows? I'm definitely eating after this stream, that's for sure. So I'll be on tomorrow again. I took the day off of work. This is my 3-day weekend streamathon. I made affiliate this week. So Saturday was my first stream as an affiliate, and kind of celebrating that kind of jazz. So we're good again. Oh man. Okay, that's good. Sorry, don't look. I want you to get dizzy. I just want to make sure that move it chunks gone. Yep, we're moving smooth. Okay, so one of the things, that's just what you learn. Like now, when I use, probably won't catch you unless lunch. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just letting you know. I stream Wednesday nights, 7 Eastern Standard to 9. It's a short one, and then I try to do bigger ones on the weekends. Not all day or anything, but try to do like a 5 or 6. Anyways, a little. This weekend has been strange. Yesterday I streamed 9 hours in 2 chunks, and tonight I'm doing a little longer than usual. Tomorrow is whatever, 9 a.m. to whenever I feel like stopping. When the women folk come home, my daughter comes home from school, so whatever. That's how this is, stream surfing and finding who you like, and then trying to catch them the next time. It's just all part of it. You'll come back around, and I definitely remember you, Tyler. I hope. I don't have that many people to get them all mixed up yet. So anyways, let's go down here. So it's kind of dark. I feel like it's darker than it should be. So I have this time and weather mod, time and weather anarchy. And in short, you can change the days. There's deeper. You can stick to one season. So if you want just one season, you can turn one season on. I'm trying to avoid snow. I don't want to work in the snow. So, and then the other thing is, nighttime. So wherever that is in here, I've set up 2. This is my daytime, and then I can nighttime it. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, or if that is a quality of life that you would like. But when I go to detail, I don't want to wait. I like playing during the day. Okay, changing grass texture. Yep, let's do this. And speaking of, I've been wanting to look for textures, so you got it, buddy. It's just something that you don't really do in stream, you know. Everybody, hey, let's look at maps. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I probably have all the themes or way too many texture themes loaded. So I've got the whole shebang. You need to I'm going to look for it. Let's go to options. So you can download the themes. And they do not, they do nothing. They're themes. But we go to, I want to make sure I'm getting the correct texture, map texture replacer. So do you have this? You need that to use your themes, your texture themes. So map texture replacer. Where are you? Oh, it's in game, but I wanted to look at it in here. So it's map texture replacement. No, you do not. So you're gonna need this to do the next step. Having the themes don't do anything unless you have the map texture replacer. Resume. Okay, that can be found right here. Map texture replacer, and it says it replace grass, dirt, and cliff map textures. So you have three things that we're changing: grass, dirt, and cliff textures. And what we'll do, let's go to some place that might have all three of those. I don't have mountains, but let's go and create something that has a cliff. So this one. Oops, wrong way. I'm just doing it so we have cliff texture. I don't know how I can replicate dirt texture. We'll figure it out. So we've got that. Now we go up here and base pack default. Everything's on default, and I knew that. I've been doing so much I didn't have anything set, but I have in the past, and I knew I needed to come in here and kind of look at these again. So you have diffuse and normal for each one. Diffuse, I think, is what we want. So let's just go to grass, and you can see I have all those loaded, right? So let's just go to, I know I like Brixton Bay, or it's different, so let's just do this. And it changes. All right, so grass. I don't know what it does. I've had someone explain it to me. It's been a while, so just go ahead. The diffuser, put normal, the same thing. And then dirt. So let's go to cliff because we know we have cliff surface here. And go to cliff, and we can do Mediterranean. Boom. Cliff. We can do alpine. Boom. And yep. So Southeast Asia. Didn't know I had that. But that now it's affecting everything. So I'm gonna look for one I like. If you don't mind, we're here. Cliff diffuse. Oh, I like that. I do. We don't have anything here, but for other maps and stuff, I do like that. We're gonna leave that for a minute. So I like the rocky grass on the cliff. Rocky's grassy. And then where can we find what would be dirt? And if you know, tell me, direct me, lead me to dirt. I'm thinking this is dirt. Now, let's just check it out. I'm not sure if this is cliff or dirt. Oh yeah, this is really cool, buddy. And I have Lumina too, and I'm not sure. It's a visual enhancer. I can't speak of it. I've loaded it, and I had someone smarter than me just tell me what settings. Like I mirrored their settings because they were particular with how they set Lumina, so I just went with it. And I don't even know if it's still set that way. So again, another thing. We're looking for dirt. You have Lumina, just started learning today. See, you're with me, right? You're just a couple steps behind me. And I'm a few steps behind them. So, yeah, man, hang out. And if you find out something, tell me. Tell me. Okay, so dirt diffuse. Let's see if we get a... Yep, there's dirt. Try it again. We'll go to default. Yep, so that's dirt. And that must be cliff. Right, that looks like cliff. Let's just change my cliff to default. Yep, that's cliff. And then Rocky's grassy again because I like that. So cliff is where I want it. Grass. I'm gonna look at other ones. I do like this because it's just a certain green, but it's kind of a bright green, and I do know the creator of that particular mod. So I definitely give it its due diligence and paying attention to it and giving it some. That is way too brown, but I like brown. But that would be my dirt, not my grass. So. Where were we? We're up here, grass things. Okay, Mediterranean. Feels similar to default. The gross looking grass, the brown stuff, yeah. That was like, what's that? Okay. But, do you want a desert theme? Booty Addict has a desert themed city. So how did he do that? Did he make everything look like sand, even the grass? So I don't know. That's not bad. I like this kind of speckled. I'll tell you what. This is where we should be when we're picking grass on Tyler. Instead up there. Balkans. As you see, the textures go away too. This one's kind of plain. I like that. I don't want to be picky with textures or I'll be here all night. I can, and I think that's why I don't get too deep into it, especially on stream, if that makes sense. All right, I do want to, so that's the grass. I do want to fix the dirt because I don't think we're still in default dirt. Let me find a dirt and then I'm done with it. Excuse me. All right. So yeah, see, desert theme. So you could really go to town with the desert theme. And that's me too, right? I'm with you. I could be overly picky. I have to stop myself. I have to, especially when I'm detailing and I'm down. I'm like, okay, that's, and you'll learn if you ever do see detail is, I'm like, okay, there's a certain point. I'm like, I cannot let that bother me. And then you'll find the things that do bother me, and you're like, okay, I have to move that. I have VODs. If you ever want to watch some of the VODs, I actually do some detailing in the VODs. I don't talk through all of them, but there was a good one. I have to point out a good VOD. I've got to find a good one and let people know and be able to refer back to it. It's like, if you want to see what I actually do, then you should watch this one. All right, I need dirt. I need to pay attention. Give me just a second or we'll never get anywhere. Nope. Dirt's a rocky texture, but that's pretty damn neat, huh? That's neat. That's just a neat texture. Look at that. What? And under the water, dude, the patch, the water is popping with the patch now. And there's actually a water mod that I have not dinked with, and I might have it. You like this? Cool. Let's leave it, because I'll be picky. Let's make sure the diffuse is on the same as Lapland. And I'll tell you what, I've looked at the Lapland theme and went, you know what? How can I use some of that? So, all right. That's your texture replacer mod. Map texture replacer mod. Write it down. We got that. That's a good one. See, quality of life ones, yeah. Because the rest of them you can go, okay, I like those surfaces. And it is just shopping for brick surfaces or dirt surfaces, or you're welcome. And that's what I wanted to do. Because honestly, I doubt I'm going to do any detailing tonight, Tyler. But give me another one. Throw another one at me. Boom, let's do it. I am going to change a dip though. Excuse me. It's not the prettiest thing. Give me another mod. Rack them up. Like a classroom. I was just talking to people about collaborating, and we've got a new guy in the community named George North. Really great. He does a whole bunch of other stuff, but adjusting pathways to a road, if that makes sense. It doesn't, so if you... Can you type it out in more words so maybe I think I know what you're talking about? And George does many things on stream. I highly recommend him. Just he's a neat streamer. Him and his wife Vicky. But anyways, he does the Lego Star Wars. So I don't think anybody saw. I need a spotlight on the Legos back there. I didn't know no one could see them. I mean, I look at him when I set up the stream, but I didn't realize it. But anyway, so George does these things, and I came across him because he was in a City Skylines 2.4 Discord, and he was going live. So I went and watched, and you know what? I'm going to tell you, I pay half attention in streams because I'm surfing through streams and supporting people and having a good time and all that. So, but today I went and visited him, and he doesn't know how to play City Skylines 2. He's like brand new. And I mean, putting city services down and stuff like that. So I love George, and that's great. And he was in this stream earlier, and I was talking about collaborating, and he's like, we could just stream me teaching him how to play City Skylines. And I'm like, boom, do it. I had a house that needed a pedestrian connection to the road. It was in a curve of a road. I adjusted the pathway to the road, but it didn't take it. Okay, you got me closer. So let's do something like that. You can talk me through the movements, and because I guarantee I can help you with this. I guarantee I can help you with this. We found a curve. Will this curve do as a area of interest? Is that a good enough curve? Do we need a better curve? Okay. Now, let me go back. I had a house that needed a pedestrian connection to the road. It was in a curve. Okay, I understand that when sometimes pedestrian connection, you get the warning, right, that it's not connected somehow. Not sure I can figure out how to duplicate it, but I think that's what you're talking about. So let's go find a building. I zoned the house, but the path didn't fully. That happens too. But we can maybe more replicate it with an individual building. Is what I'm gonna try. So I'm just gonna try. But we want something. It was a house, because that too. We want to make sure that something has a couple connections to it, right? But we can also do something like, let's just, I'm following you, just follow me. So I just used the find it to just grab a building to plop down, and I'm gonna use move it ever so gently on pause. So move it on pause, why not? You don't need to be moving around. You don't need your simulation running at full speed when you're detailing like this. Medium density row house, bingo, got you. And I know of this one. This happens a lot. I'm not the expert on the fix and but I'm worth it, reverse engineering it in my fashion with you. So you said medium, yep, is a row house. So let's off all filters, and let's just see if we can type in row house or row something. See if it comes up. Okay. Row. Leave house out of it. Okay, so we can, looks like 1x6. Here's an EU one. EU ones. That's a mixed, medium density row house. Any specific? This is European. So I think, it wasn't North American, because it's not like I don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Have I ever fixed it? No. Have I ever just deleted the house and hope it regrows right? That's probably what I've done. But I'm curious, because there are invisible paths, and can we fix those things? So let's do stuff. Look, I want an NA house. NA. Here we go. NA row. There we go. Nope, that's mixed. Goodness. Can't I just there? Mixed row? I have a mod that makes row houses mixed. I think that's it. All right. There's a medium row house. So let's experiment. We'll move it and we'll pull it out, because if you pull it too far away, right, you get that kind of thing. I know what you're talking about, but with this, so we have this kind of error. Let's say that it's not a pedestrian error. I get that, but with this, we can go to pathways. There's the invisible pedestrian path, right? But what we're gonna do is, because this is a road thing, we're gonna grab a road one. Yep, just a regular roadway. And there's something to do with these posts, where they want to go and how they do it. See the posts, like they want to get there, and there's probably access through here. Makes sense. So in order for me, and I know what I'm looking at, I'm going to go to Better Bulldozer, and I want to remove net lanes. It's not what I'm looking for. I want to yep, this, I think this is the pathways. No, those are the, could have swore there was something that would show me them on that. Anyways, never mind all that. That's Better Bulldozer. That's a real good one to have. Do you know about Better Bulldozer? To me, it took a while to realize what it was all about, but Better Bulldozer is very important. All right, back to pathways, and let's see if we can connect. Yes, you have it. Okay. Do you use it? Do you know how to use it? So if we do something like this, I'm testing it. Nope. See? Is that not what I wanted? Because I don't know the fix. The specific thing you're talking about, I don't know that fix. But it's something to do with this, right? It's something to do with fixing it with an invisible path that I'm just not familiar with. So better figuring out net paths when I last logged out, and that's where you're at. That's what. So you see what I'm trying to do. You're watching someone maybe a step, in front of you. It's something to do when you're missing your path. You need to connect a path, and one more time. This is the pedestrian. This is the pedestrian one. So, but I'm not there. There's dudes with better. Do you run it through the house and it connects, so do you see the texture coming out of the front door? I'm going there. Yep. I drug to the road and or sidewalking thing. Nope, that won't do it. But I will say, if you get it close enough, like that. So you don't have to have things right on the road. You can do that, and you can bring it in. So just move it. You can move, maybe jiggle it around until your pedestrian path. The thing with the zone building like that is it's eventually going to either upgrade or disappear. So my thought is the fix you're looking for. Why? Unless because we're not talking with words. I'm watching a chat and partial words and putting my own things down. Did you really need to do that? But if you do, just wiggle it around, and you might find but you're in the right direction, man. You're a modder, so you're engineering these things on your own already. Similar to me not being a modder. So with Move It, you can rotate the item, yes. So I've clicked it, and, hold on. So I'm left click to drag it around, and then right click, hold to rotate. That's working in this specific instance. Left hold, click and hold the left. So see, there we go. Look, now we're getting both errors, right? We're getting the pedestrian error as well. But that's why I'm saying, if you find a building that isn't connected and we don't know how to reconnect it, then wiggle it around to find your connections it would be the next best step, right? That would be the Band-Aid. You couldn't figure it out, and all I needed to do was to rotate it, and it wouldn't. Oh, well, did you learn another thing? If you did, man, it's all I even care about tonight. Like, if you learned something, one or two things about mods that you came here to ask about and observe, I'm super stoked. Or if I get you to get you further in your knowledge. Good. That I can take that away and be. I really am. That nothing I say is scripted. I'm genuine in everything I do. That makes me happy. Thank you for telling me I helped you. Oh, buddy. When I come in a stream, there is really no intent on anything getting accomplished. I promise you. If I come in, this is what I accomplished tonight, by the way. I didn't design anything. I didn't build anything. I've been on since for almost 3 hours. I talk to friends. I talk to you. If there's too much noise, get my attention. Hey, Clovis, show me something. I will. I promise. You know, it's just, this is like you know what I mean? It's a hobby for me. I like to have fun, a personality. So for me, you didn't take away from anything, Tyler. I appreciate you took me away from just showing. You're like, yeah, but I really like to see you use something. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yep, good. You and I have about 15 minutes, buddy. So if there's anything else you want to see, try, you got questions about, you got me for 15 more. I'm all yours. And I appreciate that. Dude, how about this? You know, the only time I get anything done is if there's no one talking to me in chat. But that rarely happens. Like at the end of a long stream, right? Because all my friends come in and we all, and we have a good time. I talk about what's going on and, talk about what I want to do and things like this. And at some point, everybody will start to lurk and it'll all slow down. And I might have, like one of my VODs, it was me and Michael the Giant who was in here earlier. And he basically was quiet enough for me to do things, and then we would joke, but it was just us. So if it is just you and I, sooner or later I can get down and accomplish things. I'm about question out for now. Show me your favorite part of the city. Okay, so let's get off of Move It. So I built this city. I don't like that song, by the way. Started this city, say 6 months ago. I was just playing on it, and then I started watching videos like you are. I was interested in the detailing, city planner plays, all this kind of stuff, and I started to slow down and pay more attention to the mods, to what they were talking about, to detailing. So I started getting into areas like the Canaveral Harbor, and it's no secret I'm here in Central Florida. I have association with the Port of Canaveral, and I do work at Kennedy Space Center. So I did this little port, and this is where I started just getting in and figuring out how to brush rocks with anarchy, take them away, make it all look nice, make it stretch the surfaces a little, do a little more detail, put a park in here, and then using anarchy, I can use, so you can see there, you wouldn't be able to put the paths down. So, with anarchy you can start to do things. So it's an attention span thing too, because you need to have that level of detail and want to sit in one spot for a little while and fill this in. And if that's you, that's the kind of detailing I do. But anyways, the rocks, right? We have standard things. I haven't detailed this in yet. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm close. The beach, this was the first beach that I ever went, okay, I'm gonna detail the F out of this. It's not just sand, it's not just, these are decals you can find in Sully's these are not the quality of life. These are the yay things, the cookie jar. What can I add to my city to make it pretty? These waves are awesome. And of course, Sully. And Sully's, his surfaces and his decals. And so I went, this is my first attempt at making a fairly detailed beach with, after watching all these guys and getting inspiration. Using net lane, you start to learn when you use the net lanes for fences, they're not always the same color. And there's a something for that, but I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so if we were coming here to net lanes, we were going to grab a fence. And if they have different color variant, Rick, still talking. You know I'm still talking. Hell, Tyler gave me someone to talk to. You ran off. Anyways, but you'll see here what I'm getting at, Tyler, is if you put one stretch down, you get this color. You put another stretch down, you might get the brown and stuff, but you learn as you go. I made my first tunnel for trains. Boy, was I happy. Happier than tweets on a... Yay! See? It's fun. It's fun. Rick, did you get clean? Is it bedtime yet, old man? I'm cutting out in 11 minutes. So this young man had my attention for 11 minutes to show him around the city, ask questions. Oh, Tyler, by the way, there are mods that you don't even know about, and they're not on their load files. They're files. So like this, a creator made this in however they create them. Harbor Master J, he has the files in Sully's Discord. You go to local assets, and it's for these kind of things and textures and little props. That's the frickin' candy store, buddy. Sully. Write it down. Sully's Discord. Get yourself in there. I think it's open, so you don't need an invite. He does videos on YouTube. He's got the okay, I got you, Rick. He's got the Venice series, the LA series. So Sully, big name. Go to his Discord, go to his local assets, and you get all kinds of things like this that you're and you're a modder, so you know how to download them, put them in the local files, and they load up automatically. That's what you're used to, load files and such. Yep, and you will. That's the candy store, baby. It's not quality of life mods. It's frickin' assets and boats and stuff we don't have yet. He just put out a concert pack, so microphones and stages and dude, yeah. And that stuff doesn't crash my shit. Like all that stuff, that nobody ever spoke about the local assets doing anything to the game. Those are automatically loaded. So, anyways, you were so Tyler. Where are you located? What state? What country? Real quick. The load files, buddy. And I have comments in there as a noob going, oh my god, this one blew my mind. Oh my god, they like, dude, you're Tennessee. Okay, so the boar hog thing. Happier than tweets on a boar hog. Yeah, there you go. I knew Rick. What? Tennessee? There we go. Rick currently is in Wisconsin, Wisconsin. Yeah, but he'll tell you. So anyways, I knew you were from somewhere country. I love it. But okay, Memphis. There you go. But anyway, so I like the port. I started getting really deep into this area over here, but then and you don't have to pay attention. I'm just doing this because you guys are talking and we're talking. So. But anyways, this is where I started getting in, and I started getting into Discords and doing, and you can see, look at some of the detailing, just technical dumb red. I'm just a technical dumb redneck. Oh, look at Redneck's freaking Redneck was censored. It used to censor in Booty Addicts, but he turned it off. No one could say redneck. Anyways, well. So, oh shit, man, I'm somewhere else. But and then everybody pretty much knows me from this area. This is my favorite area build. I started in here. I started getting detailed into the surfaces, and AutoMod got me. AutoMod? Yeah, Auto Moderator got you. I had to click good. But I see what it is on this end. Now I need to clean out my words in my Twitch, because redneck's not a slur where I come from. I come from Michigan, but where I'm at, Florida, redneck is not a slur. It's a badge of honor, similar to yours. So I know how to speak a redneck. Anyway, so I just did the stones and the marina. These are Jay's boats. You can find those in the Discord. They're a little big, but that's a marina. Of course, I went in and I put the gas station in there. pumps because everybody does marinas, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think I'm the only one that puts gas pumps in my marinas. Yeah, yep. So, all right, Rick, what did you need to show me? What do we need to do, buddy? I've got your attention. Rick's my side man, Tyler. So you need to show you something before you go. Yeah, and I'll wait for you. So you let me know. Were you messaging me in Discord, by the way? Thank you for the compliment, Tyler. I appreciate it. This is you know, that's my zen. That's what I do. And I haven't been because been doing more in the business side of it. Want to make the game money, charge the normal 60% more for marina fuel. Yeah, exactly. Take a look at your Star Wars Discord. Okay, gotcha. So I did just start a Discord, Tyler, and if I knew how to share it, I will. I can't in chat here, so come on by. I'm gonna figure that out. If you care to join my Discord, you can tell I'm new to the game, but I got a Star Wars chat, I got all that. What is it? George with his cards, and then Rebel Blockade Runner. Where is it? Did you post it? Oh shit! Now I see. Oh, sorry. I see what you're doing now. Holy moly. That is too cool, bro. Where was this? Started going overseas. Where was that taken, buddy? Yeah, is it blocked, Picana? Can I unblock it? Because it's purple. Everybody tells me it's an error when I said it was Star Wars. You did, buddy. Holy moly. Any way you can help me when you have, help me out, Pecan. I want to start doing shout outs and be able to put my Discord up and stuff. So I need to be more advanced in Twitter. No, I don't. In Twitch, if you can. If you can't, there's plenty of people around me that'll help. So, but I appreciate what you tried to do there. Yep, I've just been experiencing myself tonight that you can't. The links in chat don't work, so I'm not. Maybe what I can do is post it in my stream, but I'm also trying not to make it public so anybody can just walk in. I want to be able to hand that, so I need to figure out how to hand out invites, and I'm usually in stream, so I need to figure out how I don't have shoutouts enabled either. I know, right? Well, you're okay, Picana. How many do you have because I remember seeing a stream, one or two of yours, and I know you were talking about affiliate, and back then I didn't know what that meant. Now I do. What's your status on Twitch, if I can ask? Like, I don't care about how many subs and stuff, just are you an affiliate, or were you still working on it? How long have you been affiliate, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, Rick, this is cool. Is this Leia, anybody you know, or you just got a picture of her because she's like gorgeous? But this is Slick Rick, right? That is cool. Yes, you are a Star Wars fan. But I definitely want. So obviously, I want to do shout outs 100%. Because the people that I go through, the people that come through here, like, I want to do shout outs. And you are affiliate enabled, but I've not streamed since getting it. And right, you're gonna have to keep that up. You're busy, man, but we come watch you. I'm waiting for the next Picana stream. I'm waiting for the next Brune stream. Hopefully he does, man. He says he's got 9 days off after Monday. If he doesn't stream once, I'm gonna have to kick him in the beard. I'm gonna tell you that. Oh, how'd you get into? Okay, so tell me how you joined my server, just so I know, please, and then we can finish this up for the evening. Okay, well, I'm waiting for it, Picana. And did you try to post mine or yours? You try to post mine, right? I imagine. Copied the. Hey, there we go. That's one way to do it. Put the link in there and just say copy. Man, you're so burnt. I didn't even think of that. Of course, mine. I know, but anyways, just was wondering, like, because it doesn't say. You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't know that code or anything. I assumed it was mine. Oh, guys, I've had a lot of fun. It is late. It is 10 o'clock Eastern Standard. Rick, you don't need to be here to talk with me. Nobody does. We don't have to be here. We can talk. I'm an absolute genius. I'm surrounded by geniuses. Geniusi. And I'm just gonna keep being that way. By the way, I'm just gonna be the dumb one in the room that No, I'm helping. I hope I helped you, Tyler. I really do. You said I did. That makes me feel good because I'm not an expert, but I want to help. So, good night, guys. Pekana, thank you. Love you, sir. And Rick, as usual. Tyler, nice to meet you, buddy. You're welcome back anytime. I'm glad you got into my Discord. So, guys, without further ado, is there a raid? How many do we have? We have 10. Let's see if we can't raid somebody. Let's do that. Who's out there tonight? I damn near almost forgot. Do you have any suggestions? Anybody looking at what else is out there? J Effect looks like he's got CS2, but let's see here. There's no one I know. No one I know tonight. You're welcome. I'm Diver Down. Hey, thanks, buddy. Whoever you are, thank you for popping up at the end there. And I don't see anybody I want to like. There's no. Oh, Leashy is. So let's go do Leashy. She's Farming Simulator 5, by the way. Tyler, let's go see what she's got. All right. Oh, so no. What did I do? I did it wrong. Did I do it wrong? Start raid. There it is. Let's go have fun with Lishi. I like her. My daughter likes her otzelatos or whatever the hell those are. All right.